Okay, so that is our starting intro for our Pathfinder game today. I almost said D&D, then almost said Shadowrun, then almost said Star Wars, and then I remember, no, it's Pathfinder. Not that it's any less than the others, but hey, some days you forget which thing you're doing when. And it being most likely the last Pathfinder game of the year, depending on what I do in 2 weeks' time, we shall see how we go. So. Today at the table we'll have a hand showing at some point being Jeremy.
Probably.
Yeah, we had a hand with a sleight of an arm. So
good evening all, I'm Jeremy, playing Cordar, the actual half-elf again. So, well, elf half-human, having finally spent enough days back, or nights back under moonlight to regain his elven heritage. But yes, one who grew up in the town of Sandpoint near Magnemar, and grew up believing the tales of the Pathfinder Society. Joined them as his first dream, and discovered never meet your heroes.
Though he's also learning that he can be one of his heroes.
That's right, but he's working on the idea now of, okay, the Pathfinder Society may not be all it was he believed it's cracked up to be, but he'll try and make it return to that status.
Though you might have to admit that Sheila Highmarsh has been living up to the whole Pathfinder belief system.
Oh yeah, no. There's certainly, he's not the only one in the Pathfinder Society that believes in how it should be happening. Apparently.
And not bad for a Chilaxian.
Yeah.
Can't hold that against him.
That's right. She's appearing almost Magmarian now, so. Or Varisian.
Well, it can't hold people's heritage against them when they rise above it.
That's right, yeah.
Which then brings us to Josh online.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Parry Hotter, the buffest wizard known to man. Parry Hotter is half elf, half dwarf. Pretty scrawny, however, fairly knowledgeable. Whether you choose to use that knowledge or not, well, that's anyone's guess.
I'm sure knowledge is not that important.
Yeah.
Not when you've got charisma, dashing, and the ability to seduce everyone.
Exactly.
Well, that comes with money in the name, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And hey, when you've got reincarnation, what does it matter what your parents were?
Exactly.
So, also tonight we have Em, who will join us when she's available.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll be back shortly. But for our recap, you are currently in the middle of a storyline loosely based around see how that picks up there, called Children of the Void, which is a Pathfinder second Darkness adventure path, dealing with a potential of a world-ending catastrophe.
Yeah, well, it starts with a meteorite hitting the ground and gets worse from there.
Yep. And a meteorite was felt over 200 miles from its impact.
Woohoo!
So that's not a small meteorite. Anything that can strike the ground and leave an impact crater close to 1.5 miles in diameter means that it is about 1 mile in diameter, in full diameter. So that's still a fairly active sized impact,
yep.
Meaning it's probably about the size of a refrigerator.
So, but yes, either way, the idea here reminds me of the...
Because anything that strikes the planet of that mass must have been pretty big on its way in.
Yep.
So having seen the impact strike and getting word from the Pathfinders that you should try to stop the masses from making use of such a rare material, because it can be put to a lot of evil.
Well, and besides, it's often quite poisonous when it first comes down. So.
It is, because it's full of much in the way of harmful material.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these things that has fallen has been known to be a god creator,
So,
which was the Starstone. And just to also put that in perspective, the Starstone caused about 100 years of darkness around the planet when it fell. This one didn't cause any darkness, but it caused a lot of upset.
okay. And yes, if we can effectively control the site and the material, then less mayhem is likely to endure.
Okay, so you spent time getting to the island, and seeing that there was some pirates around, deciding that you're going to take all your supplies from the docks at A up to the town of, or the settlement of Witchlight. It's not really a town, it's not really a hamlet. You've got to have people there to...
Well, I was going to say, because the whole Devil's Elbow used to be inhabited, but then it was deserted quite some time ago, wasn't it?
You would expect that it may have been inhabited up until the point of the impact, after which it was instantly deserted. And
okay,
then...
right. So people were living here up until a week ago.
Yep.
Okay, right. I got the impression it had been abandoned for some time. But
Oh no, it had been a fully working with lighthouses at CNF as a place people would avoid because of the nasty reefs.
Yep.
But was always maintained by the dwarves to make it so ships wouldn't come aground here. You wouldn't want it just to be have ships run aground just because they're here. Whereas the line between C and F is the highest point of the island as a ridge. So you're running across the ridge there, with the town of Witchlight being B, being where the one of the highest point on the island.
which is why we thought, yep, hey, that's a reasonable. There's pre-prepared buildings in the Seville State nearby, and also it's a good spot to overwatch for the island.
So the morning starts with the blaring of trumpets and the announcement that Duzar has 91 days left.
Love it.
It's just everyone is startled awake by the sounds. Okay, so
Parry should really learn the silent spell and just cast it on Duzar before he goes to sleep.
Yeah, I'm getting close.
But hey, none of you have ever needed a morning wake-up call.
Well, I face it. Cordar's normally up early anyway, and out the backyard doing kata early in the morning. So.
And most of the rest of you have learned to get up before the alarm. Because how many of you want to be woken up by a scream in your ears that seems to come from nowhere?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, you've been told that half of you are going to split up and travel to the lighthouse at CNF.
Well, when you say, like I say, it's not just a party here now. We've joined forces with.
So you've got Fondra, Willie, and Sparky at this stage are going to head off and help with the lighthouse to help with the let's all work together.
Yeah, so because obviously we're joined forces with dwarven party and a party of cipher mages. And we figured, hey, we've each got different skill sets. If we combine our forces and then divide them, we can achieve multiple objectives at the same time.
So what they're choosing to do at this stage is they're going to send half their forces to Area C to secure that lighthouse, and then keep half of it at the village while you go and check out the site.
Yep.
That way they haven't reduced their numbers enough
Too far.
to weaken themselves. They were going to do all three at the same time, but after the night's discussions, they went, this is probably the smarter of the two options.
There is some known threats likely on the island, with the fact there were 2 other expeditions that have
and
gone
each
out.
of those expeditions have been noticed to have landed.
Yeah.
So what they did is unknown.
Yeah. And I think we had 1 or 2 of the Cipher Mages and all the dwarves were actually coming with us as well, I think.
Yes, you
Because
were.
I think Parry was friendly with the Cipher Mages.
Well, they basically said unless you need them, they'll look after the settlement of Witchlight, because if you're going to go examine the meteor strike and do it subtly, you want less than more. And both the dwarf and the wizard, easiest to use instead of their names that I can't remember off the top of my head, both say that neither of them are known for their...
We don't feel like going through Conference of the Forest right now.
It's more that neither of them are known for their stealth.
Yeah, but they might not stay it that way. So yeah, we'll wait till you clear the path a bit.
Well, you weren't going to collect the item, you were just going to investigate the
Exactly.
item.
So, okay.
So it looks like it is the 3 of you heading out. And walking along the path G, which is the ridgetop path.
Yep. And walk about halfway along it to then, on the idea that it's easier to get to the path, walk along the path some distance rather than
actually,
going cross
G
country
is
right
not
from
the
the
ridgetop
start.
path. G is something else. There's a sea cave you saw on the outside.
Yeah, G's a location, but yes, that pathway between B and E. Yeah.
Because I should have a description of that ridge.
It's about 4 inches wide, and you've got to balance tightrope walk the whole way.
Well, I could make you do that.
It's only what, about 4 or 5 miles long?
Yeah, it's less than a day's walk across.
Unless you're tightrope walking the whole way.
Hey, some of you are talented. Okay, so looks like the how are you going to do your expedition with the 3 of you?
Well, if it's just the 3 of us, and considering the distances involved, I don't know whether we actually had mounts anyway, but
You didn't bring mounts with
yeah,
you.
I didn't think it was really worth having mounts. If we did have them, it wouldn't be worth doing it for this particular travel. So,
Also expecting leaving behind any unnecessary gear, so
yeah,
you're not being weighed down by stuff.
that's all right. Lots of stuff fits in Cordice's pouch. Yeah, I suspect that depending on how wide the path is and things like that, but with only 3 of us at this stage, it's probably better to be having Doozu and the puppies leading, Parry in the rear and Parry in the middle, and Cordar coming up, covering the rear. But considering M's not around right now, Cordar can lead and Doozu can pick up the rear.
That would work quite well. Okay, so as you walk out, heading out, we'll get our Cordar, the amazing to do his survival roll to see what he can see.
So, I was going to say, would a flat check of 17 make things worthwhile?
Well, he can choose to do a flat check or he can roll.
Yeah, no, so but for the purpose of this, thinking, hey, we know approximately where we're going. He's got assurance that says, hey, yeah, we'll just follow the path until we need to veer off it and go on from there. So
Okay.
17.
So as you're walking along the path, you come across a pile of disturbing tracks.
Ooh.
You see what appears to be a bunch of humanoid tracks and some tracks you can't recognize.
humanoids like some of the other expeditions that might have gone through already?
Quite possibly. Or that they're recent enough to have happened after the entire island was wiped of traces of stuff.
And particularly also with the fact that, yes, a significant layer of dust and dirt on the thing that then they put fresh bats into. Can we see, so whereabouts, how far along, where are we seeing these?
So, on the map that people can both see, if I can get my mouse to work, there it is.
Okay, yeah,
It's about
so we've only
in
gone,
that spot there.
we haven't gone that far along. So.
See, how visible is that for Josh? Not that visible, so I'll switch it to there. That should be visible for him. You can see the blue
I got
square.
it.
Yep, okay, well, we're in no particular rush at the moment, so we'll certainly take a look and see what we can find out about these tracks, whether they're a meeting or apparently a battle, or...
I'm just going to confirm my skills for this game. That's my character sheet that I've been using. Otherwise I say the wrong skill to use. Okay, so it would definitely be a perception roll. Because that's pretty much solves everything.
Yep. 19, total of 28.
Total of 28. Okay, looking at it, you can tell that the humanoid prints were in full sprint.
Okay.
Some of them leading off the cliff's edge itself.
Right. And what were the other prints, did you say?
And the other prints you looked at, the reason you couldn't figure out what they were at first is they are clawed feet about the size of a person.
Right.
Not touching in all spots.
Okay. So, like, potentially giant bird talon type thing? Or are we talking more of does Pathfinder have Dragonborn in the sort of sense of like a lizard man type?
It does have the lizard sort of thing. Looking at it, it really strikes you as a cross between a cat, a wolf, and a dragon.
Right. Yep. That's the sort of natural combination you always come up with.
And it looks as if while it's chasing these people, its claws are going into the ground and then pulling up as it runs, which is the only indication you've got of the size of its feet.
Do we get an indication as to how many humanoids there were and how many of these creatures?
You think there was at least 20 of them?
20 of the humanoids or 20 of the creatures?
20 of the humanoid. Unknown number of creatures because you can't tell how big they are if it's one claw or two claws in each of the implant. Each time it sinks into the ground, so it's either half the size you imagine, or
twice as big as you think,
or a lot bigger than you want it to be.
Yep. Okay.
And there are occasional splatters of blood here and there.
Any evidence of equipment that might have been tossed aside to make running more easy or things like that?
No evidence of that here, but it looks as if they came out of the forest. You'd think they would have dropped it in the forest if they were doing so.
Yeah.
Do you want to explore the forest and find them?
Well,
because it slopes down at this point.
So the humanoid tracks
came out of the forest.
Oh, they came out of the forest, did they? So they weren't following the path at that time?
They were not.
Right.
We saw them come from the beach and then they headed off into the forest not far from the beach.
Yeah, that's right. But
some of them made it up to Witchlight, but very few seem to go that way.
Yeah, okay. So, but yeah, in this particular one, these tracks we're seeing, they basically came out of the forest and potentially continued on straight off the edge of the cliff.
Some did, yes.
Others turned left and right, I'm guessing.
None managed to turn left or right.
Oh, okay, right. So the ones who made it off the edge of the cliff didn't get captured, potentially. or
That's what you think.
Killed. Okay. But all the rest got caught up. Is there evidence of which way the creature... Did it go back into the forest again afterwards, or...?
Hard to tell because...
or did it go left or right?
Looking at the ground, that there's no indication of which way the creatures went, so maybe they went over the edge of the cliff as well.
So.
Depends, maybe they had flight.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the
So-
talons of a flying bird.
Possibly the humanoids have flight too.
That's possible too.
Or at least short flight.
Well, I'm sure it's considered flying until you hit the ground.
What I call flying is jump in the air and don't miss the ground.
I don't think these guys missed that one.
Okay, but yeah, so we're not seeing exactly which way. So, we can't see exactly which way the creature went. But if it came from the forest, maybe worth following the tracks down to see where they might have first met it, and we might get more indication of exactly what it was that they came across when they first met it, or evidence of bodies dragged off in various directions or something. You guys happy to investigate?
Yep.
I can't say Cordar's
Let's go.
actually all that keen to get to the poisonous crater site. So. A living critter, that's something you can handle.
How bad could it be?
We say that now, and these three party members were never seen from again.
Well, that's just it. Cordar doesn't say how bad it can be. How bad could it be?
Yeah.
Hey, he knows not to tempt fate.
Well, the GM will say it as many times as necessary until someone goes, yeah, how bad can it be?
But okay, I'm working on the idea of, hey, this is potentially a threat to the Witchlight and the other people on the island, so it's a more likely immediate threat compared to anything in the crater. So.
Just making sure I have something similar to go, yes, that's what it's supposed to be.
But so yeah, like when we said we couldn't actually identify how many of the critters there were, are we thinking that it's likely to be less than 5 or more than 10 type figures?
Or something that's extremely fast.
Okay.
It's either a pile of critters able to track down that many of them, or one really fast critter.
Yeah, okay.
Or even one really big critter with lots of strange legs. Not having seen one before, you can't really imagine what the footprints represent.
When I was doing my calculation, it looked like a cross between a cat, wolf and dragon. I forgot octopus.
Well, you're not really used to octopi being above the ocean surface.
No.
They don't do so very often. Okay, so you start to head down into the forest. I will get each of you to have a survival roll as you're going down there.
Survival.
Yep.
16, 23 for quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And just scan the roll. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, yes, we are moving somewhat more cautiously now than we might have been when we were following the path and thinking, we've got good visibility of what might be, if there's any other, if the expedition's out around.
Survival for parry is
Plus 22.
13, so plus 27.
Okay, so the two of you seem to be making your way down the pathway pretty well, while Duzlar's holding up the rear and giving you a understanding of where the pathway is.
Mm-hmm.
At least until M joins us.
Yep.
And has just walked out of Mia's room.
All good.
So Duzlar's joining you with the puppies.
Yep, puppies will be with us as well, so... Oddly enough, this is possibly one of the only times I thought about the puppies.
Yes, send some scouts ahead. Why? No reason.
Extra bodies. We need extra bodies.
Okay, so as you're
Are we still seeing evidence of the fleeing humanoids and the whatever critters chasing them as we're going down?
As you're coming down, you're starting to find lost pieces of equipment.
Okay.
Like boots, backpacks, cloaks.
We'll certainly
caught in the branches.
Yeah. Be aiming to take note of some of those, just on the idea of trying to get an indication as to, assuming these humanoids represent one of the expeditions that the pirate runs, see if we can work out exactly who it was that is no longer a threat on the island.
And
because there were two groups that were still around.
There were two groups that you don't know what happened to.
Yep.
There's the pirate group that's still floating around the seas,
yeah,
unlikely to dig up for themselves because, noteworthy pirates rarely do.
Well, and also if they're probably working on the idea, hey, we don't need to dig this stuff up. We just need to intercept the people as they've dug it up and trying to take it back and coming into our area of operations on the ocean.
They're most likely moored out of sight of the inlet and are watching.
Yep. But the other two groups were led by, or just other entities from Riddleport, weren't they?
There were other people from Runelords.
Yeah.
Okay.
So based upon the equipment they've left behind, it might be hard to actually separate one from the other because realistically they're probably going to be. It's not like it was the bunch of dwarves or the bunch of cipher mages that would have more distinctive equipment left behind.
So it was Avery, Sleg, and Clegg Zincha were the ones that were in charge of the other groups.
But again, they were basically groups of probably mostly humans, but general Riddleport peoples.
For the first one being the main smuggler and black marketeer of Riddleport.
Yep.
And the other one being the main thug of Riddleport.
Yeah. So, but yes, we will take a look at the equipment and confirm then that at least it's likely stuff from Riddleport, and therefore we haven't got there wasn't a third group that we were trying to go through. Possibly original inhabitants of the island type stuff. So
it looks as if it is from the one of those two groups.
Yep.
And on examination, it looks as if part of the equipment has burned.
Okay. But presumably not burned because there was a fire on the island because they weren't here at that point in time. So, yep. Okay. Well, and obviously, if any of the equipment comes up in still good condition or things like that, or they've got money pouches, well, hey, if we spot it, we'll certainly collect it. But Core and I are certainly more on the lookout for big black or other coloured cat, wolf, dragon octopuses.
Okay, so as you head further into the forest, you can hear strange sounds going through. Give me a perception roll where if you have anything that gives you bonuses for sound, you can use them.
I've got my elf ears back again, but I don't think they actually directly give you. I've technically got elf ears are definitely not helping me today.
I don't have my character sheet up just yet, but I'm pretty sure I have a plus 11 to my
Perception.
perception, and I rolled in that 20.
I was going to say, I got 11. I got 11 on my perception with my plus 9.
I'm just confirming.
And would you like to introduce your character while you're loading?
Yes. Aside from being particularly perceptive,
Mochi, get out of here.
So have we just changed your character to Mochi now, have we?
Yeah, apparently.
After Core, I went to all the effort to ensure the puppies were there. She's going to say, "Oh, get out of here."
Yes, I am Duzar. I play Flex One because we're in Riddleport, right?
Nope, you're on an island of death.
On the
We
Devil's
live in
Elbow.
Riddleport. Never mind.
Well, it's an island
Anyway,
south of Riddleport, like close to Riddleport.
I am a big half orc Joanna's here. I have my 2 dogs, Puppy and Giant, who didn't get told to go away, I promise. Yes, sorry, my brain is a little broken right now. Just give me a few minutes to get it straight.
All good. And so what was...
But yes, that is a... How would that be? 31 upgraded for perception.
Which is pretty good. And what was Josh's perception for Parry, the buffest wizard known to man?
Harry's perception is 24.
24. Okay, so we have our elf with the keenest hearing around, just noticing the lovely sounds of the trees and the forest and the birds.
He's listening out for the monsters, but this bloody scream keeps getting in the way of him trying to hear the monsters.
And Parry's hearing some sort of scraping and gnawing happening somewhere there as well. Maybe his orc ears are better than his elf ears. Not that he has orc ears, but hey, he can always hope.
I was going to say, Cordai's more likely to have orc ears strung around his neck, although they'd be goblin ears rather than orc ears.
Well, it might be just the dwarven part of him that's picking up the changes in the land around him. And then our mighty half-orc can hear what feels like communication vibrating through the ground.
User will call a halt to our progression and drop himself to the ground and listen.
Okay, so as you're listening, I'm going to give you the same roll you had. You hear what sounds like many pack animals communicating as they slowly move around your position.
So we're getting surrounded.
You believe so, yes. You're being surrounded by something that is not having an audible sound, but is making it vibrate through the ground.
And in case you missed it earlier, Em, we were walking through the forest trying to follow the tracks of apparently a bunch of 20 humanoids being chased by some unknown critters that were a cross between, possibly a cross between cat, wolf and dragon, but possibly with long tentacles. But we didn't know how many of them or what sort of thing, so...
I did hear that, but I was also trying to not giggle. I was trying to get Mia to sleep. Yes, I hop up and I get my axes out and say, get ready, we're getting surrounded by creatures that are communicating via vibrations in the ground.
Snakes.
So don't ask. Just get ready.
So, well, Cordar will certainly draw his sword, his flaming sword, and
did I mention surrounded?
yeah, well, it's, I mean, like I say, it's the sort of thing that if we've got a bit of a vague clearing at all, then that, or somewhere where we might be able to, like a large outcropping of rock or something that might be able to provide a bit of a back cover, although I'm guessing we're going down a relatively steep hill at the moment, so
very hard to run up.
That's right. Well, but also the fact that the even if we did have a wall or something we could have back behind, chances are they could be coming out from above us anyway. So, but yeah, so ideally best defensive position we can, but recognising
you can put your back to the trees if you wish to.
Exactly. So, but more importantly, I think at the moment is picking a large tree then, and having it to provide back on one side, but then parry in the middle, Cordar on one side, Dude's on the other. Obviously, that still puts parry in the front line. Don't fit your parry.
And Papu and Giant seem to be trying to squeeze up between
Climb the
Doozer
tree.
and the tree. They seem to be making that noise that makes you instantly feel that they're afraid of something out in the forest.
Hmm. Now you know why Cordo doesn't really pay attention to the dogs.
And you see...
Well, you should, because they're great indicators of things going wrong.
and you see...
In our party, the indicator of things going wrong is morning has broken.
Well, I thought it was the GM has declared initiative. Something's gone wrong.
Yeah, that's okay.
That too.
That just changes the depth of the wrongness.
Is there an option for like a Z all of the above?
There is. Okay, so...
Okay, but yeah, so basically we're... Cordo certainly looking around more carefully.
And as you're looking around, you see fiery orange eyes start to appear all around you. At which point we will go into initiative.
And there it is.
Initiative's normally based on perception in this, isn't it?
It is normally, but it can be other things.
It can be
as
other
well.
stuff if it's certainly... And obviously people had their readiness that they might have been appreciating, but certainly in Cordo's case, as I said, he was looking around carefully, so like a perception is appropriate.
Okay, my flashy flash dice.
Please, no flashy flash. Just saying.
Don't worry, it will flashy flash when you least expect it.
Okay, yeah. I kind of actually wouldn't mind it flashing too much on initiative, when it all the attacks are the problem.
Okay, so what was Cordo's initiative?
25.
What was Parry's initiative?
22. Yeah, you're on mute.
What was Doozar's initiative?
27.
Okay, so Doozar, you're up first. You can see red glowy, orangey glowy eyes all around you.
How far away at the moment?
Hard to tell because there's enough shadow that all you can see are eyes.
Yeah, okay, well
Even
that
with my
answers
brand
my
new
question
low light
of-
vision, well, brand new returned low light vision.
Very hard to tell because you're looking into light sources.
Yep, okay.
Not only are the eyes glowy.
Oh, okay, so the eyes are literally glowing as
Yes.
opposed to just being reflecting of light on other things.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say I could do. Isn't it a nature one?
You can do a nature check, yes.
To see what they were. Oh, but actually, they're monsters. Or abominations. I'm trying to remember what the different rolls got you again, because I know nature only gives you like creatures and
Beasts and animals.
beasts and animals.
Well, I think it, yeah, as I say, it might include magical beast type stuff that
Maybe.
might be
Yeah,
missed. Otherwise, you're probably looking at Arcana type stuff, but
Yeah, which I'm not really.
I would think that given the environment, nature's not a bad option as an initial check.
Yeah.
Just going to open up my thing that tells me what all the different checks are.
Considering we don't know exactly what we're looking at, but
I'll do a nature check anyway.
Yeah.
Because at least that will tick off that.
Yeah.
24.
Okay, just give me a sec as I bring up the...
It's very bring up nothing new Bob.
Watching Meduji.
Which is huge.
I know I had it here somewhere. It's like, yeah, I had all this stuff pre-done, and then I can't figure out where I stuck it all because it's been so long since I've done it.
Oops.
I think that's the file.
Nature has for effectively a recall knowledge check. Environment, flora, geography, weather, creatures of natural origin, and natural planes.
Okay, so yes, you have your nature check, and you're not sure what they are. They're not natural.
If you just, so that's useful fun.
It's okay, I just
Yeah, you just found it. Yep.
It was one of the things I thought I transferred, but I hadn't. So yes, so that is your action. You do not determine them to be something you can recognize.
Nothing in nature has.
Well, that's one of your actions. You've got 2 actions left.
Nothing in nature has actual glowing eyes.
Well, not above the sea.
Good.
All right. Well, given that they surrounded us, I'm presuming they have intent to attack.
Well, you've just discovered that something has ambushed people on this island, and they ran away in fear to the point where they ran right off a cliff. So, if these are the things that cause people to run away in fear, then they probably do have ill intent. And both your animal companions are afraid of them.
But as I say, we've deliberately chosen a large tree that can at least provide stop it. Whilst we're surrounded, hopefully we won't necessarily be attacked from every direction all at once. So
yeah.
So I certainly wouldn't advise running out to them and say, yeah!
Given that I can see eyes, is that enough to...
Is that enough for compass mark?
Potentially, yes.
You could certainly be throwing stuff at them. Or
It's like someone has put a torchlight in your direction. That's what you assume are the eyes.
Okay, yes. Hit them between the eyes, and hopefully it won't be between beaks if you choose the right pair of eyes.
I picked that light source.
I'm gonna hunter's mark the closest one to see if I can aggro them to me. At least for the moment. So I'll do that.
Okay. You connect it with your hunter's mark, and that leaves you with 1 action left.
Can I?
I'm sure you can.
I'm sure I can.
What would you like to do?
No, I'm just gonna stand at the ready. I know we can't ready in action, but I don't have anything else that I can do. I could throw one of my normal hand axes at them.
You're not quite sure how far they are away because you can't actually see their bodies. You just have light coming in your direction.
I'm not certain how big those light sources are, but that doesn't actually stop you attempting to throw. It just means it could be harder than you might expect. So.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I hope that's not the total numbers.
Then we're up to Quarter.
Okay. Well, he's already got his shield up and sword out and things like that. So, Dooz has mentioned whatever they are, they're not natural. And Cordar will channel his inner.
Pathfinder.
No. One of Victor's old characters.
Yeah.
Glowing eyes.
Zero.
It must be a vampire. So we'll try a religion check first.
So does this mean you're not going to pull out your silvered weapon just to make sure?
Well, no, I'll see if I can. I'll use religion to see if I can work out what it might be. Because I don't actually think they're vampires, but. Ooh, 19's a nice one. Which gives a religion of 27.
Okay, with your 27, though I keep forgetting that's actually a secret roll.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, I just remembered because it's been a while since I've done that.
True, that's right, yeah, because obviously we don't know whether or not it's actually been a successful knowledge or not. So.
Okay, so religion doesn't help you.
Okay.
Though you're sure you can imagine many beasts of the heavens and the hells that have glowing eyes.
Yeah. And I said, being almost certain they're not vampires.
And that is one action.
And I'll basically use the other two to ready to slash at one with my sword if it comes within range.
Okay, so you are now readied. Okay, so that brings us to parry. You have 3 actions. What is your first action?
Figure out what these things are. I'm gonna possibly assume that they could be magical. Can I do a knowledge arcana check on these guys?
Okay, with your wonderful arcana check, yes, they could be magical. You have no idea what sort of magic is used.
Beautiful. Love it.
Assuming they've got 2 eyes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying Cabela or something, but assuming they did have 2 eyes, how many pairs of eyes are we actually seeing at the moment?
Hard to count. You didn't count.
Okay.
You've sort of been preparing yourself.
Harry is going to. What did I have ready? I didn't have Dance Light 3. I put dashes next to the spells that I prepared last session 1.
Yep. That will be coming handy.
Yeah. So my cantrips were Acid Splash, Dancing Lights, Ray of Frost, Electric Arc, and Stabilize.
So your cantrips are Dancing Lights.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Acid Splash.
Acid Splash.
Ray of Frost.
Yep.
I can't remember what the Acid Splash and Ray of Frost were the 2 I was against because they were the combat.
Electric Arc.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Stabilize.
Remember that it appeared that some of the equipment we've seen if we're going walking down the hill was burnt.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were your first level spells again?
My first level spells, I had Heal.
What was that?
Heal.
Heal. Yep.
Yeah. I had Color Spray.
Yep.
And had a first level Shocking Grasp.
And do you have any second level spells prepared?
Yep. So it was going to be Shocking Grasp at level 2.
Yep.
Acid Arrow.
Yep.
And Dispel Magic.
And did you have any third level spells prepared?
I did. It was Vampiric Touch and Fireball.
Okay, so that's all your spells?
That is all my spells.
Well, good. It's nice to have them down in case we need them.
Yep.
Especially if you don't get any more rest.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have a spell DC for all your spells?
Yes, I do. The DC is, let me just quickly find it, 22.
That way, if I ever need it, I've got it on hand. Okay, so yes, parry.
100% certain.
All good.
So you
Into 5, 10 plus 5 plus trained, which is 2
2.
plus level 7. Yep, 22 is correct.
Okay, so what do you do?
So you know they're probably magical, but no idea what sort.
So I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and try and get some light on these glowy eyes.
Okay, so you cast Dancing Light, and as your light streaks out towards them, your light's less bright than their lights.
Oh.
And
they're
as you start lighting up the area, you notice that things around them are looking burnt.
This is effectively mid-morning type stuff.
This
as
is
late as
mid-morning.
Okay, yeah. So we're expecting a fairly bright day, but presumably we're in
You're in-
relatively thick forest.
You're in thick forest at
Yep.
this stage with
Over
heavy ash cover through the trees above.
Mm.
There's dirt, rocks, pieces of other trees, and all that all
Yep.
spread out through this area.
Yep.
So it's almost like a underneath a hilltop.
Okay.
Well, that's what happens when the trees are still standing after a devastation.
Yeah, no, and that's fine. Okay, he might be. Cordar's happy that he's got his elf eyes back again.
Yep. So yes, that is. So Dancing Lights was 2 actions.
Yes, that's me done.
So that is you done, and then you see, you all see 2 of these creatures attack the light source.
Okay. Do we get a quick image of them, or
So what you see as it jumps into the light source and attacking is a brilliant blue coloration of what you can only describe as a octopi's head biting the dancing lights and making them disappear.
Wait, making them disappear?
Disappear.
I was going to say, aren't the actually like a cat chasing a laser beam?
They
Normally.
are. As at this stage, we will also give our wizard a will saving throw as he gets a little bit of feedback from his magic.
Saving throw. 31.
Okay, so yes, you feel a slap in the back of your head as your dancing lights is dispelled.
Oh.
Oh, ow.
You're not used to someone dispelling things able to attack in return with a dispel. That is something you've not heard of
So
before.
that's cheating.
And even in so much as a simple of a cantrip, still caused you physical pain.
Yeah. Ouch.
And it made no sound as it did so, except for this a slight snapping sound in the distance.
Okay. But
And
the rest of them, so a couple of them got distracted by the lights.
Mhm.
Any other actions or activity from the rest of the eyes?
And once the light's been dealt with, all the eyes seem to turn back towards the group and slowly stalk towards you. So they move in from what you think to be about 180 feet to about 100 feet.
Okay.
You thought they were a lot closer, but now you realise that they were pretty far away.
Their eyes are a lot bigger.
And around them, the foliage is smoking. There's no flame.
So, yes, well, flaming sword probably won't do much damage with the flame, but hopefully it won't actually heal them, but you'll look out for that when they come close.
And you get each of the shapes seem to be writhing of tentacles around the glowing eyes.
Yeah.
You don't know how many tentacles because there seems to be no rhyme or reason, and the number of eyes of each creature doesn't seem to be the same either.
Oh, okay, well, I was about to say, so it hasn't actually clarified how many pairs of eyes we've seen yet, or things
It
like
has
that.
not.
So, or how many pairs of eyes each creature has.
At least suddenly over our heads.
And as you're looking, it seems to be about 5 of them coming in from that arc.
Obviously, we're watching the other arcs as well, and
But the other arcs were passing through the same area that was lit up.
it's lit up, yep. So, but hey, possibly their own glowing eyes might provide enough vision for low light type stuff to effectively his eyes can illuminate him and his eyes can illuminate him.
And Duza, you're now up.
So we're now thinking that they're about 100 feet away from us.
Hard to tell with the original one because you just saw eyes.
Yeah.
Now you've got some distinction of where they are in relation to the ground around them.
And the trees, yeah, absolutely.
And the trees are smouldering
They are.
with no visible flame.
The ones they're near.
They act like you would imagine something near a hot flame would react, but they're not burning. They're just mouldering away.
They're not actually igniting yet. They
don't seem to be igniting, but they're looking as if they're being burnt.
Guys, I don't like the look of those.
And there's lots of whining coming from Giant and Puppy.
Well, as I say, yep, they're not looking good, but hey, considering how fast they move and what we already know what they did to the others, we're better off holding ground and let's just try and deal with them as they arrive.
So what is Duzar's actions?
Unless you want to send Puppy with a message back to Witchlight. Puppy might be fast enough.
Really, I was just thinking about that, of sending both Puppy and Giant away. Actually, I might do that.
But these things potentially move faster than the puppies do.
You haven't actually seen them at full gate, and they have run down people.
That's right. They apparently move forward somewhat stealthily 80 feet. So, Puppy and Giant are probably safer at your feet.
And besides, once they get back to there, I'm sure that there will be a dwarf going, what, has Duzar down a well?
Well, surely someone's gonna have to speak the mountains, right? Right?
I'm just referring to the dwarf in question that they'll go to.
So what's Duzar doing?
Oh, jeez.
What a time not to have the whole party.
Dude's like...
Well, that just means it can't be a TPK, at least not this first battle.
Unless they ran into a similar group.
But except that won't be this battle, so it won't be a TPK on this battle.
Dude is really contemplating, like, if we could do a tactical retreat. But given how quickly they moved in, as pointed out.
Yeah, and the point is, we'd have to go uphill significantly. Like
it's difficult terrain to retreat.
Yeah.
Which means, as a ranger, you might be able to successfully do it while leaving the rest of the party behind.
Yeah.
And I say, we've just been coming down the hill, seeing the evidence of people who tried to run.
I am going to ready an action. That if one comes close enough for a throwing axe to be thrown at it, I'm going to attempt to throw the axe at it.
How close would you like to have the creature before you throw?
What is?
Pathfinder doesn't use short and long range, does it?
I believe it uses range bands, that's slow.
Yes, it's range bands, that's right.
And thrown weapons, I think, can do 5, and
projectiles
can
bands,
do 10.
That's right, yes.
So it says the hand axe I've written down is thrown 10 feet.
Yeah.
So that means every 10 feet beyond the first 10 feet adds a -1, isn't it?
I think it's -1.
You get a penalty on your throw, but you can go up to 50 feet.
You can throw it up to 50 feet. So,
Okay.
but if you throw it at 50 feet, then there'll be a
maximum penalty, and you can't throw it beyond 50
it'll
feet.
be either -5 or -10. We'll just check on
I'm going to throw it as soon as I can. So as soon as it's within
50 feet?
50 feet, I'll attempt to throw.
Do you want me to look it up?
46, 47, 46, 47. I'll get that. Because
I was just noticing my core rulebook's at the bottom, so next time I need to look up something, I should get it out.
So, because Cordar's... Oh, actually, no, because Harry was next. No, Cordar was next.
Cordar is next.
He's basically... Again,
And your ready action has
expired.
Yeah.
But basically, he'll be doing the same thing. He'll basically raise shield and ready to slash it if it comes in range.
Can I add a caveat to that, Martin?
What is your caveat?
Oh, well, actually, maybe it's not the best idea.
You're welcome to put it in there and see how it rolls out.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I would prefer to aim at the one that I've put Hunter's Mark on because I can actually track that. I can feel how close or far away it is through Hunter's Mark. So if that's
That is
one
fair.
I aim at, I will. Otherwise, whatever one comes within.
Actually, you can only have one trigger, so you either choose whichever one comes within 50 feet, or when your Hunter's Mark one comes within 50 feet.
Okay. Any of them.
Okay.
Then.
And noting that, at 50 feet, or when it comes within 50 feet, well, actually, no, it'd be technically 60 feet, I think. Because it's the first 10 feet doesn't count. But
First 10 feet doesn't count as an increment?
like if it's within the first one, you don't, or well, that'd be without a modifier, that makes sense. So at 50 feet, it'd be -8.
Yeah.
So it is -2 per increment.
Yeah.
So that means you can potentially go to, because it says you can add 5 increments. Does it count? No, the first increment is...
Well, I guess that's like the first increment, they can't kick you over the head, but yes, it's the...
Okay.
You don't get a penalty that first increment.
So yes, we have Dooza with the throwing axe pulled back ready to throw. We have Cordar with the shield raised and the flaming sword on display.
Ready to strike.
And then we
Protects
move...
with the lunge, so you get a bit more, when I say he's within range, that means you can hit them at 10 foot rather than at 5 foot. So.
then we have parry. How does the Buffers Wizard known to man save the day?
Are we just attacking these things? Is that what we're just saying?
Well,
You have been stalked and surrounded by unknown creatures that look as if they can interact horribly with magic from your perspective.
Yeah.
and obviously we're either fairly or unfairly, but they brutally annihilated other humanoids that have come here. But from our perspective, it's well, for those of us that don't have ranged weapons, or not ranged weapons that I actually waste time changing weapons onto, it's a case of waiting for them to come to us to attack. But if Cordar's basically looking at Parry thinking, hang on, take them out before they get here.
The one time Dooza actually wishes he had a bow and arrow.
Okay.
I mean, I can understand if you didn't want to use big spells initially, you might want to use cantrips just to get a bit of a ranging and understanding what coming up against.
That is exactly what I'm doing. So, how close were they again, Martin?
You think they're about 100 feet.
100 feet, okay. I cast,
You cast a large creature on it.
yes. I cast a Ray of Frost.
Wouldn't necessarily be entirely bad, automatically, possibly.
Okay, so yes, your frost raise goes out to 100 feet.
120.
Give me an attack roll.
I give you an attack roll. I am at that. 25.
Okay, you seem to hit a group of eyes dead on.
Yay!
Roll damage, no crit.
Roll damage. So they're automatically heightened to 3rd level.
That is correct.
Yes.
So that means they'd be heightened twice.
Yeah, I'm just trying to... I'm dancing between everything.
Yes, so you cast non-heightened cantrips.
That's right,
So
yes.
it's 3d4 damage.
Cantrips are actually quite effective for hitting after other skill things. It's not just a case of, let's just go to stuff that I don't have to worry about, but it won't do any damage to it.
3d4 plus int.
Well, that's why in the D&D you also have implements that boost cantrips.
Yeah.
So cantrips can actually be more effective
Actually,
than your main
that's
spells.
not
Right.
too bad.
That got Dimitri's fireball pretty effective.
So that's 15 points of cold damage, I believe.
Okay.
Does Ray of Frost have any other impacts on creatures, like slowing or anything like that normally?
Only if I was to crit.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so yes, you hit it. You see bits of ice envelop it, and then start to melt away from where its eyes are almost instantly.
I'm good.
Okay, so that was 2 actions, I believe.
That was
What is Parry's last action? Is he going to try a different knowledge?
I guess I'll probably do knowledge.
We haven't tried occultism yet, which is the random weirdnesses, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much occultism or religion. Devil sport, basically.
Cordar did try religion, and
I did try religion.
he, because we didn't have the second roll at that point. He's fairly
Let's
confident.
do it. Let's
he knew
do
what he was talking
occultism.
about.
So technically you've done Arcana, Nature, and Religion. What you haven't done is Crafting, Occultism, and Society. Each one of those tells you.
I'm guessing they're not humanoids.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what is your bonus to the secret roll?
Occultism is plus 16.
Okay, on your plus 16. You've read about these things.
I've read about these things.
Yep, they are rather rare creatures that shouldn't be on this world.
I was going to say they're not rare enough. I can say that.
Yeah.
What you know of them is they take humanoids to back to their nests and use them as hosts for their offspring.
Oh, delicious.
And that the only vulnerability you've heard about these things is salt water.
Salt water.
Yeah.
On the plus side, they probably won't get off the island then.
Which would explain what the footprints you saw running off the cliff. Someone must have identified these beasts beforehand.
Or they were
They
just
got
terrified. I prefer to die myself rather than.
And they infect their hosts via bites.
Oh.
And they are made from a rare metal called Nukwal.
Metal of Nukwal.
Which is one of the sky metals, isn't
One of
it?
the sky metals.
So,
I
which is what we're here to secure.
A known parasite of that rare metal. And the first stage of these creatures are about the size of Puppy and Giant.
Which are normal sized dogs, are they, or they're large dogs?
They're sort of large dogs, so they're medium sized.
But they're medium creatures. But they're a standard modern big dog. So,
Yeah.
and does he know, or does Parry know how many eyes they normally have?
As they are an abomination, their eyes are non-standard, as are their tentacles.
Right. Okay.
They don't. The only thing that breeds true is the fact that these creatures have no perception of sound. That's one of your advantages, is you can hear, they cannot. And lack of atmosphere or being in the in space has void has no effect on them. They are creatures of space.
So so they probably came down with the meteorite.
And it takes extreme heat to cause them to start their cycle of reproduction.
Like a landing of a meteor.
By the way, oh wait, no, we're in combat, so as a free action, Harry will alert the party saying, "Watch their bite."
And so with that, you also know that you can't infect them with a disease, and that they are resistant to both fire and poison.
Resistance to fire and poison.
And they have a energy aura around them that irradiates things that causes them to burn without flame.
They're basically an atomic bomb.
Well, they're atomic kitties.
Atomic kitties.
Yes. Where's Peter when
When Harry mentions that, Cordo says, presumably the metal of the blade will still hurt them if the fire doesn't. Like look at his burning sword.
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to say all of that because that was my third action, but as a free action, I will alert the party to their bite. So I'll just say watch their bite.
Yep.
Okay. So
Which is fair.
I was going to say, yeah. What? You thought we were going to let them come up and nick us anyway?
And I'll spend an action next turn to actually explain what's in front of them.
And as you're watching these creatures of horror come towards you, they move within 50 feet, triggering Duzar's axe throw. Let me just see. You got 1 in 5 of actually getting
The one with the mark.
And this happened to be the Hunter's Mark 1. He's the first one to come within range.
Where?
I said 1 in 5 and I rolled a 1 on a D10, so you have
Nice.
20% chance of getting
Unfortunately, you're looking for a 9 or 10. So.
So Duzar's attack has been triggered.
With her Hunter's Mark active.
Oh, I couldn't write this if I bloody tried.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Your dice are loving you today. Obviously, they don't want to see Duzar burn away.
Does this happen to also be the one that got hit with the Ray of Frost?
It is not.
It's open, sorry. It's going to be easier.
So what does a natural 20 give you to actually hit? Oh,
Well, it'd be 1d6 upgraded. Or sorry, 1d6 double.
What's your proficiency to hit?
you
So what did you
hit bonus?
Yeah, what should you hit? What did you hit though? Because you may get a nice little card.
That's what I mean.
Right.
So yeah, because you got whatever your hit bonus is, you'll add that to 20, and we'll find out whether or not you're getting a card critical or just a critical.
So plus 14,
Okay.
Thing.
so 30.
34.
Yeah.
34. That is definitely a card critical.
Oh,
Yes. Nice.
big reputation.
We'll see.
I think it's slashing damage.
It is slashing.
Okay. So with our slashing damage. Okay, so you deal it an ugly wound. So you're going to cause charisma problems on this creature.
Oh no, not charisma.
Yes. You're going to improve its looks. So how much damage do you do? Is it still double damage
It
at all?
will still be double damage.
Yep.
I rolled a 6, so that's 12 plus 10. Oh, well, so it's 1d6 plus 5, and I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So it will
11.
be...
Double 22.
Yeah,
Does your Hunter's Mark give any bonus to damage?
It should.
It doesn't give to damage if I hit it again in the same round.
Oh, okay, right.
Which you can't do with
Not
the...
with this situation?
No, because old hard actions are a single attack.
Unfortunately, she threw a throwing axe, not a boomerang.
Although, is it the same round or the same attack action? Because if it's the same round, then if it came close to her, and then she got an attack, because this is happening on their action,
Yeah.
so technically it's still the same round.
what it does is it reduces the penalty for the number of attacks, and attacks of
Hmm.
opportunity or ready attacks
Yeah.
count as the previous turn.
Yeah.
Because it's always reset at the start of your turn.
Oh yeah, so again, not knowing what Hunter's Mark, if there's not something
It
to look at.
reduces the attack penalty for multiple attacks.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So in this case,
It's not
you
actually a
reduce
bonus to damage, it's a
There are
reduction
some-
in the penalty to
I
hit.
believe there are some that give it, but
Yeah.
you might not have those feats.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fine.
don't have those.
So 22 damage
Yeah.
then, is that what you're saying? From a... Is that magical axe or just a normal axe?
It is just a normal throwing axe.
Okay, so you toss that axe, it goes spinning, and the creature opens its mouth to catch it, and it looks as if the axe has disappeared.
Nom.
Until it comes out the back of its head.
And the lights just sort of fizzle a little bit, then go out, and the top of the head just slides off.
Nice.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it keeps running, and but we don't have to worry about the bike anymore from that particular one.
Cool, at least.
And you can see the ground around where it fell start to smoke.
Yeah.
Well, nice of it, it's 50 feet away from us then.
Okay,
The rest of them?
The rest of them seem to pause and look at the one you killed.
Better mean business.
And they seem to be doing some sort of stamping on the ground.
Dance.
So they've stopped at about 50 feet away from us, have they? Or
They're-
they're
they're
getting a bit closer? And
They're about 50 feet away from you because it's like, well, the first one that got within range
Yep.
got killed with a single stroke.
Yep.
The other one seemed to be moving to its location.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, as a bonus action from that, can I quick draw? Well, I mean, I guess is it technically my turn next anyway?
It will be your turn next anyway.
If they're stopping their action effectively at that point and they're congregating around that, then
But you can't quick draw as part of a reaction.
No, I know that. But,
Okay.
like, as in my next action was going to be to quick draw. Do I have my next splitters back now? Did we get those upgrades? Did we get our upgraded weapons?
Yeah, you weren't there for that session.
which means that she actually arrived with Parry, didn't she?
Yeah.
Or Dusa. So they did get to hang around for the extra time, so they might have had it ready before they left.
So yes, you do have a +1 Ghost Touch Cold Iron Axe.
Nice.
So your
just
two
give me-
axes are both the same.
Just give me 2 seconds.
And it is amusing that the well, it was an ugly wound.
Yeah,
It was a smile from ear to ear.
of course. From our perspective, I think the increase were improved.
As they all seem to be gathering on the point of the dead body and appear to be eating it.
Oh, great.
Okay, so it is now Deuce's go. You figured out a way to stall them.
Yeah, clearly.
Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again.
While they're distracted.
Alright, well, do it again. Sure. I am going to Hunter's Mark the next one in line.
Mm-hmm. And did you do the -8 on the first attack? Did you?
What do you mean, the first attack?
The one you did last round with the natural 20. Did you apply the -8 for the distance?
Well, I think
Oh.
it could have been a critical, in which case it wouldn't have been an ugly wound, because she scored a 20. So,
I was just curious to see.
we
what
did
it
forget
would
that
be.
though. So yeah, so it would
No,
have been.
sorry, we didn't think of that.
It would have been, instead of +4, 34 would have been a 26.
26.
26.
So
26 would have still made it a card critical.
well, there you go. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
that gives Corda a fair chance of critical most days, because he got +19 on his first attack.
Okay, so sorry, Martin, because I haven't updated my Orc Next Splitter
I believe it wasn't your two-handed weapon that you gave to be fixed. It was your two single-handed axes.
Yeah, the ones you were using for dual wielding.
The
So
dual
that's
wielding
my
weapons.
neck splitters.
Yes.
So does the cold steel add anything?
It will, but not in this case.
Cold. If it's cold iron, it basically does extra damage against Fae and demons.
Okay.
Or either not extra damage, but it reduces their resistances type stuff. So.
Yeah. So both now have the striking and the weapon potency, so they're both +1.
Cool. Yeah.
All neck splitters.
So.
Because I only had one that was a +1, but they should now both be.
And the striking also then means they'll
And they're both striking as well, so they do an extra dice of damage.
That's right, they'll do an extra dice of damage.
Yeah, cool, awesome. I don't want to go up to them yet, but I will. I don't think we're going to get that 20.
Have you not got another throwing axe?
I do have another throwing axe, but it's going to be. It's going to be -8 plus minus.
No. There's no penalty on this one for. There'll be penalty to range, but this is a different attack, so you don't get your. This is still your first attack of the round.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, so it'll just be the -8 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, if a 26 was going to be a critical, even with a -8, you've got a good chance of hitting.
Mm.
And then you can use your quick draw to have your hand axes ready to face them if you draw them to you. So.
Mm-hmm. Um, 30 to hit.
That'll hit.
Definitely a crit.
Oh, sorry, that's not -8. So 22.
22, not a crit.
Not a crit. That's fine. At least I'm still hitting.
Absolutely.
8 slashing damage.
Okay.
That will hopefully attract its attention to. Might stop feasting and start coming to fresh food.
You didn't Hunter's Mark at first?
No, that was my second action. Was hunter
Yeah.
hunter marking the next one in the line.
Yeah. So your hunter's marked and then you threw an axe at it. So
So that's my 3 action. 3 actions.
2 actions.
I think Hunter's Mark is a single action, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, it is. Sorry,
I
I'm
would
getting
expect
confused that my bonus action was my first.
Yeah, you got to remember that first that super critical, that happened on their turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't affect your numbers
My
now.
reaction.
And there are no bonus actions in Pathfinder. It is each things are actions.
Possibly you get reactions.
You said 8 slashing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes, 8 slashing.
Okay, you see your axe hit into it, and then you watch as the handle starts to burn away.
Well,
Yeah, that's fine. I kind of figured that.
It doesn't even seem to have noticed. It seemed to flinch a little bit, but then seemed to shrug it off.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I kind of expected that. Yes, as. I guess it's my third action. I'll quick draw one of my. Well, I don't even need to use quick draw.
So if you're going to toss another axe, that's when you'd quick draw.
I only had 2 throwing axes on me though.
Then you just may as well spend an action drawing a weapon.
That's like, or getting yourself ready. You might draw a weapon, a quick draw, so you've got both hand axes.
Yeah, so I'll draw one of my axe in preparation to quick draw next turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you've got if you've got only one of them drawn, you could use the quick draw while drawing one to draw both.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Because you can do it as part of an action.
I will quick draw and
you
then
have
get the
an action in each
second
hand.
And
So I am getting battle ready.
okay, so that brings us to Corda as your guard drops going. Yeah, this is an interesting turn of events. Not what you expected.
Hey, no, okay, but hey, a battle that happens over there, it's a good battle as far as I'm concerned.
But at the moment, none of them seem to be attacking the group.
No, that's
And,
fine. So,
Harry, I put them together for you.
but I'm not certain Fireball's going to be all that effective on them. But no, well, Corda, again, they're way too close to bother trying to actually get his bow out and be shooting at them, so he will just go again. Oh,
Did you have chain lightning or something?
good.
He has electric arc. Chain lightning is a 4th or 5th level spell.
It's not worth throwing a dagger away for this one, so he will again raise his shield and ready a lunge for when one gets within 10 feet.
Okay, that brings us to parry.
Because hey, if I could stop at the 10-foot mark, that's another step away to stop.
So the ability to nullify magic at this point is something that you haven't heard these creatures are able to do. It might just be a different variant of the same creature.
Sorry.
Can we see, and particularly parry in that sense, evidence of the one that got hit by the ray of frost?
You
as to
can.
whether it
One
looks
of them
damaged
still
or-
has bits of ice stuck to it.
Yep.
One of them's got an axe head sticking out of it.
without a handle.
How far away are they? You said 50
50
feet?
feet.
They are 50 feet away from you.
Okay, cool. I can't cast electric arc then.
You cast electric arc?
No, you
No, I can't.
It's-
I can't. It's too far away.
Right.
Because my first action is letting everyone know in detail what these things are.
Okay.
So now everyone knows the whole description you gave me, Martin.
Yep.
But
And
ray,
then
ray of frost will seem to work.
I'll throw another ray of frost at the one that I hit before. The one with snowflakes still on it.
So you hit Snowflake.
Yep, I hit snowflake. 20, 30.
That is a critical hit.
Way.
Say out, Snowflake.
Like you guys might be eating your brother and go, I'm gonna just stop picking yours.
Not only am I rolling high on the dice, I'm rolling high on the damage to follow.
Nice.
I was -2 from max last attack, and now I'm -1 from max.
Getting
So that'll
better.
be 11 plus 5 is 16, 32 points of cold damage.
Okay, so you hit it, and it just seems to turn into a block with ice jagged coming off it in all directions.
Yep. Snowflake didn't say ouch.
Snowflake didn't say a thing,
Okay.
but you don't think these things have vocal cords anyway.
No.
And its eyes sort of just seem to be flickering off at the same time. You think you might have gone solid all the way through.
Way.
Hey, now they can have an icy bowl for dessert.
Now, I don't want to know what happened when.
And that they seem to have consumed the one that had been killed, and then turned towards Parry.
Shit.
And none of them seems to be noticing the frozen one.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
No, that's probably fair enough in the sense that they're not recognising cold, so...
Hmm.
Also, it didn't make a thump when it hit the ground.
Right.
As you do suspect that these things can't hear, probably can't smell, and they reacted to the visible sound of one hitting the ground.
Yep. Okay, Cordar was tempted to start stamping on the ground to attract their attention, but he gets thinking, hey, happy with them over there.
As they seem to start running directly towards the group at the tree.
Marvellous.
So it takes them not too long to reach, and they do leaps at the group. So it means that the first one that leaps in, it has the axe handle sticking out of it.
Okay. And it
And triggers.
may have the point of a sword when it's still 10 feet away,
And triggers Corda's attack.
which will probably kill it with an actual 20. Yep, definitely an actual 20.
So what was the
39.
39? Definitely a card crit. And is that piercing?
Well, technically it's slashing because it's still a master sword even with a lunge.
Well, you can just do a sweeping lunge.
But okay, no, but I'll keep it slashing because that's what the
Okay.
issues.
So, looks like you're doing 4 times the normal damage.
Ouch.
Right.
You've just gotten a vital point of it.
And
Because
double,
that counts the double from normal,
Yep.
plus extra damage
Yep.
on top of that.
and I want a double 7 on my 2d8. These guys happen to have picked the party when they're actually feeling confident or competent, I should say.
Yeah.
So that's 14, 20, no, sorry, 14, 19. I'm assuming the persistent fire won't do anything, so I won't bother rolling that. So 19 times 4 is 76 points of damage.
Yep. Okay, so yes, you do the sweeping slash with your bastard sword, and it sort of goes in different directions, either side of you. Quickly followed by the other 17 odd creatures.
17.
Yes. You feel 17 of these creatures go past either side of you, following the different bits that split either side of the tree.
We thought there were only 5 were there initially.
You hadn't had a chance to count them all. You haven't taken time to count them all.
Well, when there was a 1 in 5 chance to get so I'm just mind back when I think we had 5, but yeah, we had next counted.
Okay, so
Okay, well, yep.
Dooza gets to have a attack of opportunity, having axes ready as they start rushing past.
Wait, since when did I have attack of opportunity?
When they step into your threatened area and step out of it.
But only if you've got the opportunity to
Climate
attack.
bath.
Does Dooza have opportunity attack?
I don't think so.
I think.
I believe Corda does.
That's right.
Corda's just used his reaction.
Because the ready action counts as your reaction. Yeah.
Ready action sets up a reaction.
Yeah.
Which is triggered.
So.
And I don't believe Perry has it either. So yes, they're all 17 remaining go past you.
But hey, they might get distracted by the 2 blocks either side of me.
How many went past?
Apparently 17 of them. So
Oh,
we've killed 3 out of the 20.
Right.
And they seem to be feasting on the remains of the creature that Corda just split in 2 and sent either side of the tree.
So
Yeah,
how far
that's
away are they
something.
feasting then?
About 10 feet from you.
So it means that Dooza could probably take a 5-foot step towards them and start swinging while they're busy eating.
Yep.
So what does Dooza do? Because it will cost an action to move within range because you can't lunge.
Yep. Where is the one with the hunter's mark?
The Hunter's Mark 1 is currently to the left of the tree and the right of the tree.
You left a good target mark on it for Corda, apparently. Yes, he aimed for the axe head.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, yeah. A step is still an action, isn't it? It's just an action that doesn't invoke opportunity attack.
That is
So,
correct.
so, yeah. So technically you could do a step, well, a hunter's mark on 1, step, and then you get 1 attack left.
That can do a double attack.
But that's it. That's it. Like with that 1 attack, you may be able to swipe with both of them. But
Yeah. So I'm gonna hunter's mark the next one in line.
Yep.
Step up to it. And do my double attack.
Because Corda calls out, hey, all we're going to do is take down one around, that'll distract them to eat themselves while we take out the next one for the next round.
Am I able to do a quiet step, or does that take an extra action?
What was that? The
I'll like step quietly,
uh,
like so I don't make noise.
I don't think you can do so as a step because it's an actual.
That's right. You're not moving as such. You're really just positioning. So technically, it'll be quiet anyway. Like they're obviously, they know you're there, so even stealth wouldn't necessarily work properly anyway. It's just they're ignoring you right now. So
30 for the first act and 29 for the second.
Okay, so you got 2 critical hits on your next Hunter's Mark one.
Now we need to find like 48. Which isn't difficult to say, but
well, you never know. Does double swipe give you a layer the opportunity to attack a second one at all? Like if you kill one on the first swipe and then
his double swipe has to be on the one of the
that's right, yeah. I did figure that it was it's the idea of going like that on someone in front of you type stuff. So
they do have sweep, but I believe I need another action for that.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
So what sweep does is like agile, except for multiple targets.
Oh yeah.
So it reduces the attack penalty if you're hitting a second target, which is quite neat.
Yes, certainly one of those sort of ones that I had the option of doing, but I went for lunge instead, which I've technically probably found more useful so far.
So 30 doubled.
30 doubled would be 60.
60. Yep. Plus whatever the card criticals are.
They're not card criticals, these ones, because you only get a card critical if you roll an actual 20.
Oh right, sorry. That's right.
But obviously it won't matter because it's very dead.
Yeah.
You're simply carving up morsels so they can break you into smaller groups.
Okay. Then it is Parry's go. What is Parry doing?
I know, after...
Oh no, quarter. Sorry,
Yeah.
I skipped quarter.
Okay. Well, while Deuce step forward on one side to deal with the ones on one half of the tree, I will lunge at one on my side. AC 33.
That is a crit.
10, 15 points of damage.
15.
15.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, crit, so it's doubled, so 30 points of
Okay,
damage.
so you slice that one down.
Okay, I will lunge at another one. Oh, that's not going to be so good a hit. -5, so that's plus 14, 18 to hit.
18 is still a hit, but not a crit.
Yeah. For a pair of sixes, makes it 17 points of damage.
Okay, it collapses.
So, as I said, we're certainly leaving enough food for them now, so...
Okay, so over to Parry.
Yes.
An extra bit of information comes to mind as well.
Yes.
Reminding you of what you've read is as they consume their fellows, they get bigger and stronger.
Oh, so we need to take these things out quick.
Well, hey, we are taking them out now at a range of... We took 3 out on the way in. They might have got a bit bigger and stronger from eating one of them, although hopefully it was shared so thinly that it didn't really count. And now we've just taken out another 3, so they're down to 14.
Right.
Did we take out...
I
know, sorry, because it was one with the axe, one with the ice, and one with the stab.
Yeah, I'll again first action. I'll let the party know about them eating their offspring to get bigger, and then second action will be
Keep using the ice on them because they don't eat the ice ones.
I'll use electric arc on 2 of them, and it is a reflex saving throw for them.
Okay. Reflex saving throw. What I put my test? There it is. Okay, so reflex, that was a fail, but not a crit fail. And the other one was a crit fail.
So what's the damage?
So we can use, again, the same as Ray of Frost. So it's 3d4 plus intellect. And I think it's just double damage if they crit fail.
Yeah, normally it'd be if they crit fail. It's a basic save because it's a cantrip. So so it'd be
Yeah.
That's right. On a save they take half damage. On a fail they take full damage. On a crit fail they take double damage. Yeah.
And you can't script this.
Well, apparently the players have written the script tonight with the combat.
Same roll as last time.
As I said, I've already rolled 2 natural.
So that's 16 for the one that failed, therefore 32 for the one that crit failed.
I will probably take out both of them unless they've got resistance to electricity.
Find out.
Okay, so you see one of them just seems to jerk all over the place and collapse. And the second one just explodes.
Boom.
In showers of gore everywhere.
Yummy.
Yum yum yum.
It'll be hard for any of them to eat all of that one to get the increase.
Well, hopefully the fact that it went boom would keep them occupied. For a bit
Well, that's
before
okay.
that.
They've now got effectively 4 more dead bodies lying around.
Yes.
Assuming the 2 half bodies that I cut out initially have gone.
Well, there are 7 bodies lying around at the moment.
Yeah, but not all of them around us. So.
Okay, so as you watch,
and at least one and probably two of them probably would have been eaten. So.
I'm assuming we've got 12 left now. It's
Yeah.
just that one.
But it's how big they are is what I'm thinking about.
as you watch, 3 of them just happen to pop up in
I
size.
think they got a bit more of a lying portion of the some of the ones that died.
We're not exactly sure what part they have to eat.
Yeah. Well,
They may have decided not
I'm
to.
assuming it's just quantity, so therefore, if they they happen to be the ones that got the bigger bites in. So,
Okay.
So target those next.
well, it might be tempting actually to target the smaller ones to get rid of them.
And so as those ones and the remaining ones are eating up the pieces of the dead body they can reach.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 large ones just have spent the round getting bigger.
They spent the round getting bigger. Okay, yep. And the smaller ones have spent the round eating. Okay.
To the point where there's now no bodies left.
Yep. And so there's about to be 12 big ones.
Okay, so Doomsday, you're up.
So, because if we take if you target the small ones, they're more likely to be taken out with a single hit. So, yeah. Of course, the bigger ones are more likely to actually hit us. But hey, that's pros and cons. If we leave dead bodies, they might still keep eating. So therefore, they still won't be attacking.
Go in.
Do I have to move anywhere to attack the next one on the line?
If you want to attack one of the small ones, nope, you can hit it. If you want to attack the large one, yes.
I will attack one of the small ones then.
Okay.
I'll hunt to market. Just for good measure.
This perfect.
Yeah, good measure.
Mm-hmm.
Double that. One of my F's has got nat 20. So that's 35.
So 35 upgraded.
35 upgrade.
I think it's dead.
And the other
I
hit
guess the real question is how many pieces is it in that can be eaten?
the other hit was a 28, which I think is a normal crit.
28 is a
It's
normal
still a
crit.
Yep.
So yes, with your slashing, you got yourself a gut slash. So You did the whole split down the middle.
Nice. Do I even have to roll for that?
It doesn't do any extra damage, but you still do your double damage on each hit.
Yeah, but I think, like, do I roll the damage?
You should roll the damage just so you could enjoy rolling such massive damage.
Yeah, that's not the best roll, but that'll be fine. Um, 38.
Okay. So it is definitely taken down. So that is the third one taken down by Doozer.
I rolled my D8. Rolled 2 1s and a 2.
So what I'm hearing is Deuce is only just catching up.
Yeah.
Is there another small one nearby?
Yes, there is another small one nearby.
How about you, Squishy?
I will have that be.
But it is not hunter. It is not hunters marked.
It is not hunter's mark. So it will be minus.
-2 lots. So, but as it sweep, it's a -4 instead of a -5.
So it's a -8 you're hitting with. But again, they're still not that hard to hit. So
Well, she's had 2 attacks, so this will be her third attack.
yeah, which would be -8.
Look at
If
this.
it's
-4
effective,
for the first,
and then -4 for the second one. Because remember, the first one doesn't count. So the first one's at 3, and then the next one has the -4 or 5, and the third attack gets a -8.
Where in fun?
No, I think it'd be
Squishy was
-7 actually, because with her hunter's mark it was -3 for the first one. For the second
okay.
swing.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was trying to get the numbers right for.
Yeah. So what's your third attack?
Well, I rolled another natural 20. And
Has your D20 got other numbers on it?
Now look, considering how many ones you roll, apparently the dice are saying, it's Christmas, here's your gift for the entire year.
Yeah, okay, yes.
You're getting your year's worth of crits in one night.
Hopefully you're giving the year's worth of crits that you've missed this year. It's not giving you next year's.
Knowing the dice, it'll be next year's.
So that first one would be 20 plus 15. Is it -4? Sorry.
It's -7 because it's -3 for your hunter's mark being the second attack that you did because you did your 2. No, because you did your 2 attacks. The first one was at -7. This is now -3. Well, remembering how all the things go.
But either way, okay, what's your normal to hit bonus?
Plus 15.
Plus 15. So we're looking at least +7 minimum. So we're looking at least a 27.
So a 27 upgraded is definitely a card.
Yep.
It'll be 28 if it's 35.
Yeah, so we're thinking it was.
35 minus 7.
Yeah, okay, we're thinking it was -7, so it'd be 38, but. So,
Yeah, so 28.
but
And the other one. Would it be also -7?
Because you can only. It's not Hunter's Mark, so you couldn't have done 2 attacks on this creature.
yeah, you don't get to double swipe this one.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, your double strike only works on your Hunter's Mark, I
But
believe.
Don't stress it, because I'm sure your card carrying critical is going to be enough to take it out.
Okay, so looks like you did a gory strike on the creature, which would sicken it. But hey, with your critical hit, I'm sure it's not going to survive. So we'll see how your double damage goes.
Hopefully you'll kick and lunk around it.
46.
Okay, yes, you have with that one shot taken that one down. And with that, you've shot to the lead in the number of kills.
Yeah.
Not that it's a competition. But it's a competition, right?
Why do you think I keep track of who kills what?
But let's face it, you're only in the lead at the moment because you're quick off the mark with your initiative.
Yeah.
And then we're up to quarter.
Okay. I'm assuming I've probably still got at least a couple of little ones on my side that are within
There's
range
at
range.
least 3 to 5 small ones in your range.
Yep. AC 29.
29 is a crit.
That's not so good damage. 6, 11, 22.
22. That's enough to take it out.
Yep.
As it goes down.
We'll try another lunge. Oh, that one's probably going to miss. What the? 15.
What are you
18?
doing all the time?
18 is a hit.
Oh, sorry, no, 17. Apologies.
17 is still a hit.
Actually, I've got to work out whether I can actually use the exacting strike, which is a fighter press feat, with a lunge. Because they both use, say, make a strike. That one's got the press and one hasn't, but in fact, actually, it wouldn't matter this one anyway. It was definitely at the -5. So, but either way, it was 18 damage.
You also take that one down.
Okay.
You a third action. Is this where you raise the shield?
I'm just tossing up with it all. Because, hey, this puts me back level again, I think. Not that it's a competition.
Well, it's 5 down for you, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for Duza. You're currently ahead again.
So, but what about Parry?
Parry has 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, well, it's not a competition, so I'll shield.
Okay, Parry.
Harry.
Well, they're all together, so may as well just keep casting electric arcs at them.
Well, there's certainly pairs you can work on. There's like
Well, exactly.
Because technically they are in 2 groups at the moment, and possibly they're coming into smaller groups as we
two more make
spread out
reflex
bits.
Okay.
Oh, that's probably a fail.
That one completely fumbles. Let's see how badly it fumbles, because hey,
A card critically failed.
a card fumble is always fun to pull out.
It is.
It might cause the other one to fail if it had passed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, that's a fumble on the if they cast
That's a
it.
fumble on the as opposed to a critical fail on the save. But
So it is the double damage for it, and
Yep.
the other one got a fail.
Alright.
so, full damage and double damage.
Full damage, double damage. So that is again 16 points for the normal and 32 for the other.
Hopefully enough to take out another 2 small ones.
Okay, so
So Parry's staying in the competition that's not happening.
Mm-hmm.
so that is 5 for Parry, 5 for
Yeah.
Corda, and 4 for Duza.
Come on, guys, not a competition. Can't wait till we get to the bigger ones. They're going to cost us.
I was going to say, it might become a competition when the big ones start coming in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the 3 remaining ones that are
Little
small
ones.
start to grow.
So they're using their turn to become bigger. Yep.
Nope.
And the 3 bigger ones are using their turn to eat more.
I know the 3 bigger ones seem to be looking at you, and as it looks at each of you, you all get to make a will saving throw versus fear.
And here's where the dice will fail us.
Will saving throw versus.
Although, okay.
By announcing what type of roll it is,
Yep.
it makes it even funnier when it fails.
Corda does have bravery. I just want to check whether that actually affects anyone else around me.
Even though my
No,
will saving
just-
throw is my least good one.
Yeah. Parry's will save is
I'm
30.
pretty certain that'll pass.
What was Parry's will save?
30.
30. What was Duza's will save?
24.
What was Puppies and Giants will saves?
Bye, doggies.
Well, they might be frozen in fear. Corda's was 29.
So 29.
And technically, if it's only a pass, it becomes a critical. So it becomes a critical success if it was only success. But I have this feeling that 29 was already a critical success.
24 for puppy. 25 for giant.
Okay, they seem to be holding their ground. Just getting a few
Stand
things
strong,
ready.
puppies.
Oh, the puppy's holding the ground. Sorry. I thought, oh, so they're still standing back. Hey, good to me. Good.
Okay, that's the ones I think I shall need for the moment. Okay, so that's just them looking in your direction.
That was just they're effectively a free action of looking at us because, hey, they're starting to become a lot more nasty.
Yep.
Okay, the first one leaps at Duza, hitting a armor class of 26.
That's it.
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay, so it does 14 points of piercing damage
Ow.
Is that with a bite?
with its bite.
Oh no.
Hey, we'll deal with the infection or the parasites later.
I just have to make notes now for later.
Yeah.
And maybe the baby, the larva can only grow in dead meat. So as long as you don't die, you're fine.
We'll find out. We will
Okay.
find out.
And then one of them leaps at our buffest wizard known to man.
Yep, sure.
Apparently
It
pretty buff.
didn't do quite well because it only hit armor class 21.
That still hits.
And it does 8 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And the last one leaps at Corda.
Mm-hmm.
This is where his shield comes in handy.
Oh, not enough though.
Getting an armor class of 34.
That will hit, but not critically.
Always useful.
That's right. So the shield did make a difference.
And it does 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Because yes, the shield made the difference between critical and non-critical there. So
So that was 7 damage to you. How much damage did I say Parry got?
8.
And how much damage did I say Duzo got?
14.
Alright. For some reason I hit you harder.
I wonder why.
The dice must have liked you.
Dice
Okay.
hit how many 20s you rolled.
And then they climb the tree up above you, getting about 20 feet up the tree.
do I get an AO as I pass?
As long as you've got a reaction.
Yep, I haven't used one yet. So
Because you have the attack of opportunity.
29.
29, that makes it a hit.
These guys are harder to hit. Oh, but it's good, decent damage. 19 points of damage. Assuming fire doesn't do anything to them, obviously.
Okay, you hit it and you see a streak in its some side.
Okay.
And it's just bubbling, heat's just bubbling out of that as it climbed up.
So we're able to cook the ex-morsels that we cut up.
They'll come pre-cooked and irradiated.
Oh, so that's obviously why they're happy to eat the raw ones, because I'll cook it on the way down.
Okay, so now it is Drew's turn. There are 3 that have just finished growing on the ground, 3 above you in the trees.
One of which is injured. But I say, they're not within easy reach in the trees, I don't think.
No, they're 20 feet.
But I do have combat climbing. I could do it.
Yeah.
We've got 3 easy targets on the
I'd
ground.
go for the ones on the ground, that'll be easier. So,
Do I have to take an action to move them?
You would have to take an action to move to them.
Okay. I'll...
Exactly. So how far away? Like it?
That would be probably about 15, 20 feet
Okay.
from you.
So just think about the fact that being larger, if they've got an attack of opportunity, then they may get that as you approach if you've got to get within 5 feet of them.
I'm going to have to take it.
I'm not saying they do, but let's say it is a risk.
Yeah, I have a risk.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take it because I'm going to have to get up to them anyway, so...
Yep.
I will move up to one pending any attack of opportunity.
Okay, it doesn't seem to notice you. One other thing I will point out to Em that I did say to Josh earlier, these guys can't hear stuff. So every step you make is stealthy to them, except for the fact that they probably feel it through the ground.
That's right. The fact you're walking on the ground makes it it's the audible part. So
Yeah, right.
you're not making noise from stepping on sticks. You're making noise from hitting the ground, which again might be combated by being stealthy movements. But hey,
That's not the stealth they're used to.
that's right. They know we're all there, so they're looking at you, but it's hard to be stealthy.
Yeah. I am going to Hunter's Mark, I guess the closest one that I've moved up to.
Okay, you have Hunter's marked it.
I just realised I didn't need to take that bite. I could have put a shield block in and it would have been enough to actually stop the bite without damaging the shield.
Would you like to have done so?
No, so I'm happy that I did my 15 points with the reaction instead. So
We're all going to be alien mothers.
31 on the first hit.
Okay, 31 is a hit.
I'm quite I've worked on the idea of either we live, in which case we can deal with whatever that's inside us, or we're dead, in which case we don't care.
Yes.
First priority though is eliminate the creatures.
Yes.
The 29 on the second axe hit.
The 29 does hit,
Yep. Sorry, just let it have my map for it.
so both hit.
Yeah, both hit. 33 damage.
33 damage. Okay, so both of your axes dig right into it, spraying heat, and you have no idea what out of its sides. And it's just its tentacles around its head just writhe in your direction.
Yummy. So it died?
No,
Okay, these things are taking more than one hit to kill.
you took 2 that time,
Great.
and you still got 1 action left, and it's still Hunter's marked.
I thought it had 3. I already did 3 actions.
I thought your double strike was a single action.
No, but you said she had to move.
Oh yes, right. Move, Hunter's mark, and move.
Hunter
So-
mark and then
I keep forgetting about Hunter's mark being in action. Okay, so that brings us to quarter. There's 3 in the trees above you. There's one you. There's
One of the
that-
tree above that's damaged, but they're about 20 feet away, you said? Yep.
There's the 3 on the ground, one of which Duzar has carved both sides up with.
Okay, but it's still
standing.
standing? Yep, okay. I will move forward and lunge at it. So I don't know how far, I'm assuming it's still a move though. I think so. Oh, that's annoying.
Natural one.
No, 2. So 21 to hit.
A 21. Okay, so it just glances off.
Okay. I will try again. 11 is certainly a better one, which would make it a 25.
It manages to sink in this time.
For 17 points of damage.
So does that still count as 1?
Oh, is it like, no, is that one's dead now, is it?
No one's.
Oh, obviously that counts. But we're not having competition.
I mean, does it only count as 1?
Well, but it counts as one, yes. But particularly when Cordar's kill skilled.
Yeah, but it's not a competition, right?
Exactly. But yes, exactly. When they're bigger like this, it's important to concentrate on the one, take down the as many as we can, and then third action will be ray shield.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was all 3 actions. You didn't get your ray shield. 1 to move in, 1 to lunge, and 1 to lunge again.
Yep, happy with that.
So next up is parry.
Varies up.
Alright, so I've got some in the trees above me.
Yep, 3 of them.
1 damage.
Alright, alright.
And there's now 2 on the ground still, isn't there? Yep.
There's 2 on the ground, yeah. We've got 5 left. I can see the one that's got a scar through it from Cordar, yeah?
You can, yes.
I'm going to spend a 2nd level spell slot and cast my Acid Arrow.
At which point I'll remind you that yes, it is resistant to fire and poison, and it has a weakness to salt water, but salt water is not quite acid.
Yeah. Alright, so... 26.
Okay, 26 is a hit.
Wait. Need you. Time to upgrade my dice a little bit. I need that. So it gets dealt 19 points of damage. And then it gets a 3 persistent acid damage.
Okay, so that was a 2 or a 3 action spell.
That was a, I believe, 2 action cards.
What'd you do with your 3rd action?
Group up with Doozer and Quarter.
Okay, leaving the 2 puppies at the bottom of the tree.
I didn't ask.
That's not Parry's problem.
I'm sticking with party.
Parry's moving to the protection area. If the dogs don't move to the protection area, that's their problem.
Doozer forgot to bring the puppies with her.
Doozer's been concentrating on killing these things.
So is Parry.
Okay.
Remember, Parry's a frontline fighter, just like the rest of the threat to all
Exactly.
They're probably safer against the trees because they're not moving.
Yes, they may not be attracting attention. They might be stamping on the ground and stuff. So.
Okay, so the 2 that are on the ground turn and charge at parry from either side.
Yep.
You can parry between Dooku and Quarter.
But he was running towards them.
Yeah.
But they can literally attack over
I just thought of that. I should have just cast it and stayed still.
Okay.
He was the last one moving.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I moved, so they know where I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so as they attack, the first one does not get the bonus for the ally.
Mm-hmm.
But he hits armor class 28.
28 hits me.
28.
Not a critical?
Nope.
And does 14 points of damage.
Ouch.
Now the second one has flanking on you, reducing your armor class by 2. Doesn't give it a bonus to attack, or reduces the armor class, because that's rather specific. And it gets a 24.
Still see it.
Doing a whole 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly piling up.
Yep.
And then you watch the 3 from the tree drop on the poppies. As the first one attacks Giant, hitting an armor class of 28.
It's probably a hit, but Josh, can you check? You just need to scroll down.
Poppy is AC 20 and Giant is the same.
Okay. So that would be a 9 points of damage to Poppy. Oh, sorry, Giant. So he Giant.
Mm-hmm.
Next one's attacking Poppy, hitting armor class 20. So I believe that's a miss.
That's the magic number.
That's the magic number.
20.
And deals 14 points of damage to Poppy.
Ouch.
And the last one jumps down to the dead body and starts chewing on its head.
The one we killed on the ground?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to stop that.
And it seems to start to shake and form some sort of chrysalis over it. The first time you're actually seeing what it's doing.
No.
So you think you're about to see stage 3.
Yeah, we got to stop that.
Of course, we've got 4 others to worry about.
I'm aware.
So, one of which is moderately damaged at the present time because it had Cord Eye Slash and Gill Acid Splash.
Yeah, that's an area.
Does the persistent damage happen on its turn or our turn?
On its turn.
Yeah.
And if it tries, it can try to shake off the resistant damage, but it has to try.
Yeah.
I know to try.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to Duza. You're up.
So the one with persistent damage is one of the ones eating one of the puppies, or
It
one
is
that's turned
one
into
of-
chrysalis.
One of the ones eating the other puppies.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 puppies are being attacked.
Yes, I'm aware.
You
Annoyingly.
also have 2 that you're
Attacking
right
Parrot.
now.
Yes, you can reach 2 in melee right now. You can see 2 are attacking Poppy, and one just off to the side has a sheen over it.
Which didn't happen when they went from medium to
Well,
large.
you never really got to see him close
Okay.
up when they were doing it. They're on the other side of the tree.
Some of them are only like 10 feet away type stuff, but
And plus, it wasn't as obvious and was a pack of them.
yep, I'm happy with that. But the answer is they may well have had the same sheen, but
But there were too many of them to really
Okay.
notice what was happening.
or it might be special because they're going from large to.
They can't be attacked or.
You have no idea.
That's right. We don't know what the sheen does or if it's a thing, but it happened after it swallowed up one of the other one of the large dead ones we killed. Well, the large dead one we killed.
Yeah. Oh. So she came in and like me. And then I told him to go away. Huh?
So what does Duza do? Protect parry or protect the poppies?
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up.
Oh, good.
No, so how much did Poppy take? 14?
So Poppy's taken 14, Giant's taken 9. And you've taken 14.
Yeah. Well, they should both have 46 hit points. I'm just making sure I also do Thassilonian on mine so I can see what else do. Giant.
Well, it's not very often that they've been attacked in combat.
No. When I do a command for them to attack, will both of them follow it, or do I need to do?
You can do separate commands which each take an action, or a single command which they can both follow.
So if I told them to attack, say one of the things that's attacked them.
You'd pretty much spend an action to point and say attack, and then they'll just attack that.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so that there's no roll required because you've been training them.
Yep.
One of them's a companion, so he doesn't need a roll.
The one that I've Hunter's Mark is not dead yet, right?
No, it was killed by Corda over your shoulder.
I was killed by Calder.
Which is an impressive thing considering he's shorter.
And there's still 2 longswords?
There's 2 on the ground in front of us, and 2 on the ground with the puppies.
So there's one either side of Parry, which you're either side of Parry.
Yep.
And there's one either side of your puppies.
And there's one that's glowing. And one of the ones on the puppies is damaged, but none others are.
Yep. I am gonna look at the puppies attack the ones over there for a minute. We're gonna deal with the ones attacking Harry first.
What?
Well, you're squishy, so
I'll be fine.
I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the one on the left.
The one next to Parry?
Yes.
Yep.
Do I need to do any movement for that?
No movement required to Hunter's Mark and no movement to reach it.
Wait.
So that's one action, leaving you 2 actions free. It's within melee range.
31 and 33.
So, 1 crit, 1 hit.
1 crit, 1 hit. Alright, the red dice is the crit. 40 damage for the crit, and what do you think? What do you think? So a total of 60.
Okay. So Duza manages to take this one down. It did require both strikes.
Yep.
You have 1 action left. No, technically you Hunter's Marked, you attacked. You can now order your puppies to attack if you wish to as your final action.
I thought that was my first action. But either way, that's fine. Puppies, Hunter's Mark, attack. Yep.
Okay, so who you got to do your puppies attacks then, because they basically take their action then.
So I guess they attack the closest one.
I'm assuming you're pointing at the one that's already damaged.
Yes.
Give me an attack roll with advantage because, well, I don't think you get advantage in Pathfinder.
No, you might get the flanking, so you get a bonus to hit.
Yeah, you get the flanking bonus, so their armor class is reduced, but it doesn't actually give you a bonus on the attack roll.
No, that's what I say. It's not, you're not actually rolling 2 dice or things like that. So.
Okay, so give me 2 attack rolls.
Attack roll.
As both dogs go to flanking.
18 on 1 hit.
Okay, the 18 misses.
18 misses. And that's with the flanking bonus.
And that's with the flanking bonus that still misses.
21.
And the 21 does hit with the flanking bonus.
Six. Yes, 6 damage.
How much damage?
6.
6, okay. So it was just hard to hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I can't keep up halfway through.
Okay, so I believe that is Duza's full turn with the poppies and him having all his attacks. Which brings us to Quarter. There's only one standing on the side of
So there's...
next to Parry. And there's the one that's slightly shimmering.
Yep. Oh yes, because Dooz has taken out one of the 2 that were with us.
And there are still 2 attacking the poppies.
2 attacking the puppies.
They're distracted.
One of which was damaged. But they're not within 10 feet of Quarter, are they?
They are not. Only the one that's on your side is within 5
5
feet.
feet, yep. So, well, I will have an attack at it. AC 26.
That will hit.
For 14 points of damage.
Okay, your 14 damage hits it.
And then second attack. AC 30. 29.
It's a hit.
For 16 points of damage. And we'll go the way shield.
And the shield is raised.
Figure that another hit might kill it, but also probably may not hit in the first place.
Okay, that brings us to Parry. What does Parry do?
So what's happening around me?
So there is a damaged beast beside you. There is one about 15-20 feet away that is glowing slightly, and there are 2 attacking the puppies about 20 feet away.
So the one that Cordak just hit twice near him, does it look badly damaged or?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
It's not like these things bleed normally.
Yep, no, that's everything. So.
I will grab the one that's attached to me,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll use a 1st level shocking grasp on it.
Okay.
So I'll do a ranged touch attack.
That's assuming you only had 1 of each spell prepared.
Yeah, what I mentioned to you was what I had prepared.
Yep.
So so the shocking grasp is the only one that I have a 1st and a 2nd level prepared for.
All good. It's just one of those amusing things of going between Pathfinder and D&D where...
Yeah.
D&D, you now prepare spells, but you can choose
which ones you
how
have.
many you can prepare 4 first level spells and then cast magic missile 4
I've got it
times.
noted down with hyphens and equals next to my shocking grasp. Because 1 is 1 and 1 is 2.
Yep. All good. Well, I've written out each level so I can then highlight which ones you have used.
That's true. Okay, so Oh, we're going back to my thing.
Which will come really important next session.
Yeah. 30 to hit.
You got a 30 to hit. Your 30 is a hit on the one beside you.
Beautiful.
Unfortunately, you don't have flanking.
Yeah, that's okay. So that is 2d12 damage. Get back to where it was, 2d12. And then they're made of metal, yeah?
Well,
You think so?
they've certainly, apparently these ones rely on a sky metal no qual.
They are considered partly composed of sky metal.
Is that conductive to the point where I get +1 circumstance bonus to?
Yes, I'll give you the +1 circumstance bonus.
They probably count as
So
being
then it's 31.
metal armor.
Probably doesn't change anything.
So what does that make it?
31 to hit.
Well, just one off being a crit.
Yeah, exactly. I was feeling that was going to be the case.
Though if you were flanking, it would have been the crit.
Yes. However, it does get the 1d4 persistent electricity damage. So.
So how much damage you could do?
So it gets dealt 13 points of electricity damage and 3 persistent.
So that was 13 and 3.
Yeah, 13 and 3.
Okay, it's still going.
Yeah, it's not a surprise.
I'm glad I didn't bother going a third attack then.
Okay, so that brings us around to them. So we have the one taking damage has taken damage
And it falls over.
and still going. And it tries to attack. It's the one that's surrounded by both of them, so it's attacking giant. And that makes it a.
Oh, sorry, this is one take
26.
persistent. Oh, this one take persistent acid rather than persistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does a 26 hit on giant?
26 is a bit.
And it does 15 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay, the other one moves to a flanking point on Poppy and gets a 29 to hit.
That's just a hit.
But not a critical.
It would have to be 30.
Even with the -2 to the armor class.
It'd be great.
Oh,
It's flanked.
yeah.
So AC would be 18.
So,
Yep. Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Didn't hurt it badly though.
Does 18 points of damage to Poppy.
When I say didn't hurt it badly, on the fact that the die roll was only a 5 instead of 11, so.
Yeah, he's noting all of it.
Okay, then the one next to the group tries to attack Quarter because that was the last movement he felt.
Yep.
Hitting armor class 21, I believe.
Still miss.
Dang! They're only taking one attack.
And you want to attack? Okay. And if anything happened to Crystal this one?
You see that it seems to have shimmered all over and looks like it's gleaming metal at this stage.
Okay.
It still hasn't moved.
Okay. And presumably that means that none of them have gone for eating the one we killed?
Well, there's only the one of them sort of got everyone between it.
Yeah, no, something like that. So the one that had something, the one that could reach someone that killed was the one that attacked Corda. But the fact you said they only did one attack, I was thinking, hang on, yes. It didn't decide to use other actions to eat or things like that. So
Well, it's also currently taking persistent damage.
yes.
which you think may be distracting it.
Fair enough.
Okay, so that brings us to Dooza. Puppies or parry? Puppies or parry?
Terry can handle himself.
Okay, so the one on parry's almost dead anyway, so hopefully.
Yeah. I'm gonna move up to the ones attacking the dog.
Yep.
I'm smart.
So that's 2 actions?
Yep. $27 to hit on the first.
27 to hit the first makes it a hit.
At 31 for the other one.
I am going to give you flanking with puppies, so that makes it a crit. Because you have trained to work with your dogs.
Yep.
So red dice again with a crit. A total of 48 damage.
Okay, it goes down.
Was that the one that was originally damaged from Gordo Slash and the thing? Right.
Which is the one that the puppies were providing flanking on.
Yep.
Because flanking, I believe, is the aid action.
Yeah.
And if I'm looking it up properly so I can actually remember to use it. I'm not sure if you actually get extra damage or just extra to hit.
I think it's only to hit.
So technically you could have gotten bonuses from it. Let me just look it up quickly. Aid. How do I have it here? Page 470. Okay, so yes, if you actually have your allies spending a reaction, they can give you a bonus from +1 to +2 to your attack roll, depending on how they roll. But flanking gives them the -2, aiding as a reaction gives you bonuses to hit.
Which I guess technically that means they can do both if it's aiding as a reaction. So
they have to be positioned to do it on their turn.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so generally speaking, it's just the penalty to their AC is the important part of it. So,
and if they can hit armor class 20 on their attack as an aid, then they actually give you the +1 bonus.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so anyway, that one was down, so there's now 1 on the puppy and a severely damaged one with parry and Corda, and the metallic one that's
The glowy metallic one.
now out of the shimmering, or like a
Well,
shimmering stopped, or
the shimmering has more solidified.
right? Yeah, okay.
And then we're over to Corda.
Well, Corda will.
Harry can fend for himself. Come over here.
Corda will take a swing at the one nearest, because hey, then he can move after that and then attack. Because hopefully another hit will actually take it down. So, AC 35.
35 makes it a crit.
For 7, 12, 24 points of damage.
Okay, and it is killed by Corda.
And so now there's a shimmering one and 1 left with the puppies.
Yep, that hasn't been harmed yet.
So
You can move up to it.
Corda's
Moving lunge range.
actually going to go and can he lunge at the shimmering one without moving?
Has to move to it.
Has to move to it? Okay. He will move to lunge range of the shimmering one and try and attack it on the idea of, hey, and As free action wise, there, he's going to be standing his feet the whole time to attract his attention, to ensure that if when it attacks Corda. That's 25 AC.
25 AC. Okay. Your sword bounces off.
Okay.
Tink! Sound like you struck a shield.
Yep. So, done.
We're going to need some serious firepower to get through the side, I think.
Okay, that brings us to parry. As the big creatures breathing over your, the large creatures breathing over your neck.
No,
Touches me with this
Harry's
potion.
in the clear.
Oh, that's right, he's in the clear.
Okay.
Sorry, there's the creature behind Poppy.
Okay, yeah. So effectively, he's only got there's one on Puppy with one on Puppy with Duka, and the shimmering one that Corda just attempted to strike, but it was a last minute attempt, last action, so therefore it wasn't quite so effective.
Yeah.
So we have one shimmery thing.
Attack the shimmery thing. I'll get the other
I was
one.
going to say, Duka and the dogs could probably deal with the one that's on them at the moment, but
Right. Then I will cast.
Dancing lights, that always works.
Yeah.
hey,
I'll actually cast.
it'll
colour
distract them
spray
like a
on the
kitten.
thing-
Woo, woo, woo.
Well, when
I'll
you
actually
go-
cast color spray on the things that don't actually use vision.
That won't be all that effective. Oh, well, they
Right.
use
They do use vision. They don't use hearing or smell. They don't breathe.
so, although admittedly, their vision is probably they haven't
Yeah.
necessarily seemed to use vision a great deal in the sense that they seem to have been going for the things that have been causing tremors on the ground more than anything else particularly. So
I'll do.
You do believe they have tremor and life sense.
You can make a reflex save. I'll cast an electric arc at it.
Okay, it critically fails the save.
it doesn't
And
dodge.
what is the other creature you're connecting to your electric arc? Is that
I
Corda?
can either target one or two, but is there another one within 30 feet?
Yeah, there's
There's
Corda.
a quarter.
Yeah. Great. No, not Corda.
Electric arc, was it?
Within 30 feet?
Yeah, wouldn't the other ones need probably be 30 feet, or is that too far?
One was 20 feet from where you were standing, one direction, one was 20 feet the other. So they're 40 feet away.
So,
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean, yeah.
but it does say one or two creatures. So
I was just asking if he was doing two.
But exactly, yeah. Because yeah,
No, I'll
range
do- I'll
30 feet,
do-
but
I'll
let's
do-
see
I'll
what
do
the arc
the
is between them.
shimmery-
So,
I'll do the shimmery thing.
Okay.
Um, 11 points of electrical damage.
Okay, you see the electricity strike it and seem to channel straight down into the ground.
That's not good.
well, at least it was a cantrip and not a spell that you wasted.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yes, third action, or is a cantrip a single action? So,
No, so they're dual action castings.
Yep. so you got one action left.
Yeah, I've got one action left, and I am going to.
Run! Ah!
No, I'm definitely not running.
Yeah. bounce with your feet. Give it that move action.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if you keep running past Corda, you can get an AO as far as he goes past.
Yeah.
He'll stay still.
Harry is going to probably just stay where he is and just won't do anything with his final action.
Okay. Okay, now it is their go. The one in front of Corda starts to crack all over
Okay.
and then unfold out to huge.
Okay.
As basically it seemed to have grown inside its body and
The crystal was cracked when the body got too big to hold it, and But that could actually ground.
So it seemed to have taken 2 rounds to grow instead of 1 round, like the
Okay.
previous one did.
Happy with that?
And you believe its armor was a lot harder while it was in
Well,
vessels.
it was actually, like I say, it was the recognition that yes, it was actually a hard casing that I was trying to hit, not actually the creature at that point. So, yep, happy with that. And the other one on Puppy
And the other one on
Doozer?
Poppy and Doozer tries to attack Poppy because, well, it's the closest thing. And that would be a 20 to hit Poppy.
Oh, that is a magic number. Damn it.
And it does 10 points of damage on Poppy.
Ouch.
Those puppies.
Poppy's on 42 damage.
He's not looking good.
Hey, it has taken a beating.
Oh, this one hasn't yet, has it? It's
Oh, Puppy has.
Puppy has, yeah. So.
Both Poppy and Giant have taken a beating this combat.
Hopefully between Puppy, Giant and Doozer, you can take it down this round anyway.
And so you've managed to survive 7 rounds so far against these beasts.
Yep.
As it's now up to Doozer.
So, mostly because they keep getting distracted by each of their corpses growing bigger.
Well, I mean, that's not been a bad thing, to be honest. Alright.
Ah,
I am coming
blasted the
to
screws.
flank and attack.
So your hunter's marking then attacking?
I'll Hunter's Mark, and then I'll attack, yes.
Do you want to order puppies to attack it so they flank it as well?
I just said that.
Okay, so flanking puppies, hunter's mark, and attack. So I just wanted to make sure I got the order of things.
No, that's fine. Yeah, so order puppies to flank and attack.
So do your puppies attack first with, and they get the bonuses of your flanking as well.
Cool. And that's just -2 the thing's AC.
It's minus to its armor class, yes.
yeah, so you are their attack normally, and Mark will say what the...
Yep. Puppy. 27,
27 is a hit.
and Giant is 24.
Also a hit. They're doing well this time. Perhaps the near death has made them a little more aggressive.
Yeah, maybe.
No. It's the growing monsters inside them.
Yeah. Should I just say the total between the two?
Yep, that will work.
And of course, the monsters are only growing inside them at the moment because they're already dead flesh, aren't they?
Yeah, don't remind me of that one, thanks. Total of 19 damage.
Okay, and now you get to do your attacks.
Not quite as good, but that's fine. 29
29 is a hit.
and 26.
Also a hit.
Oh, 26.
Okay, so it is still going. Not as easy to take down this time,
Not as easy, but possible.
but possible. Okay, Corda. It doesn't seem to be this chrysalis anymore.
That's okay then. The bigger they are, the easier they are to hit, and the harder they fall. Isn't that how it works? Something like that. So I will take a lunge. I'm assuming the within range when it got bigger. So,
Still in range.
that'll probably hurt it. 39 AC.
39 will definitely make it a card crit. This might be the one that helps you. You might get awful.
That's right.
Was that upgraded or was that just a
That is
Yeah,
upgraded.
it was an actual 20, so.
Nice.
Okay, stand aside. Push the target 5 feet.
Okay. Well, not especially effective, but still. And it's only pair of 4s this time, which makes it 13, 26 damage.
Okay.
And I guess that means I'm lunging for it now then.
So we said 26 damage?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that should be another hit, hopefully. 37, 32.
32 makes it a hit.
That's a 5 in there. 12, 17 damage. And then I will raise the shield and whilst Ick's a good 20, 30 feet away from the tree combat, isn't it? But I'll keep going with a foot tap, so yep, come to me, I'm here.
Okay, so that brings us to Parry.
Harry.
And Parry remembers at this point that he has heard at stage 3 these creatures gain a form of intelligence.
Hey, so might listen to me say, come to me.
And generally can have adaptive attacks.
Yeah. Right.
Well, finish the one you're working on, and then say, Corda will distract this one and hold it for
the
the
one
time
that
being.
I'm working on dead.
The one you were working on has died. Well, actually, you're working on the chrysalis, and the chrysalis has grown into a huge creature.
Yeah.
But you were going so. I know, you fired an electric arc at the chrysalis that just basically grounded itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you finish off the other one, and then you can come and help, then everyone can come and help take this thing out. I'll keep it distracted in the meantime. I don't need to know about what you might know about it now. What I don't know can't hurt me, or something.
Yeah, pretty much. So Harry is going to completely ignore Corda.
What, and go for the big one?
Well, he doesn't have to move, so.
Exactly, I don't have to move.
No, that's right. You can stay still, not direct attention to yourself for those that are going by a tremor.
Yeah. How many are near you, Em?
One. There are 2 creatures left. One large, one huge.
That's right. And they're both damaged.
Okay, cool. I'm going to deal with the huge one then.
Okay, so you are ignoring Corda.
Yep, I'm ignoring the card. So... I'm just going to cast an electric arc at it. So it makes a reflex save.
Okay.
But hopefully the fact that it's no longer in chrysalis means it doesn't automatically get grounded. He probably passed the reflex save.
Never mind.
I think he got a critical success on that one. Upgraded.
So it takes no damage.
No damage. Cool. There goes 2 actions.
It just seems to glance at you as the electric arc just seems to go straight into its eyes and just dissipates.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not the effect of like the chrysalis where it actually grounded into the thing like that. It was
Just seemed to absorb it.
It just effectively
absorbed
dodged it or absorbed it. Yep.
You feel so proud of yourself. Maybe you made it stronger.
Yeah, maybe not.
Anyway, so that was how many actions? You got 1 left?
I've got 1 left. So,
calling out the fact that it's probably smarter?
Yeah, I'll probably let them know. He's like, he probably has some sort of knowledge. He's got some sort of intellect, just be wary.
But it's okay to let it bite me now, is that what you're saying?
As he says that, you see it raise up its forelimbs and electrically coated blades seem to slide out of its hands.
Yum.
And then it does a double slash at Corda.
Okay.
Almost copying Duzar's double attack.
But it got it wrong since using swords instead of axes.
Hmm.
Well, it seems to be copying the action, just
Yeah.
not the same style. Okay, so that would be a 28 and a 30 armor class.
Both will hit.
Both will hit. So, first one does 24 points of piercing damage
Okay, I will trigger and use a shield block to.
and 6 points of electrical damage.
Okay. So I'll use a shield block. That will take, say, 28 base damage, was it?
28 base damage.
So that means we get 18, gets through. So the shield takes 9 and I take 9.
And then you take
And
the
then
electricity
the
damage of
electricity
6.
comes to me, yep. Which was 6, you said?
Yep.
So a total of 15 points for me.
And then the second
22.
second blow,
Yep.
which also hit. So that is 21 points of physical damage
Uh-huh. 43,
and 6 points of electrical damage.
49 total.
So it's greatly enjoying the spell you gave it.
Mm. As I said, next time you might listen to Cord up.
Okay, and then the
Not
one,
power it up.
and then the one that's with Dooza and Puppy, and that turns to attack Dooza.
Yep. Good.
That would be armor class 20, so I do not think it will hit you.
It will miss.
And for Dooza.
So your surrounding it has seemed to have confused it as it's looking in all directions at once. Which brings us to round 8. Dooza is up.
And it's already hunter's marked.
It is already hunter's marked. And you also have puppies that attack at the start of your round because they've got a target. They do not count as an action on your part. This is the only time. This is the first time you've actually had it going so far.
Yep.
Well, second creature she's done it on.
I've done it a couple of times before.
Yeah, I mean in this combat.
Oh, in this combat, yes.
I'm just trying to make sure I keep remembering to do it because technically you've already given them the order, and they should continue the order
So,
without
until I get told something different.
told something different. Yeah.
23.
23 is a hit.
And then the other one's in as well because that's higher.
How much
so
higher?
It is 26. Not by much.
Okay, so both hits then.
There's both hits. Well, total damage between the two.
So, which puppy would you like to have gained the kill?
Let's give it to Giant because that was the fire attack.
As you see, Giant managing to bite a seemingly harmless part of the creature, causing it to collapse it in upon itself.
So then, of course, your next order then is obviously get the puppies to eat the creature because that makes things grow.
What could possibly go wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we just have the big monstrosity left, right?
Yep.
First action, Hunter's Market. Section action, move up so I can give or get or give flanking from.
What is your current speed?
Ooh, should be 5?
Victor keeps sending messages.
25.
Okay. It will.
He should be here.
He's in meeting.
Yeah.
So you take 2 moves to move up to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look at that from away.
It was the opposite side of where Parry was standing, so you got to run past Parry. One move will get you to Parry, one move will get you to a creature.
But they don't. But okay. So, or is that 2 moves to get to in a flanking position, or just get to it?
It can get to a flanking position at the same time.
So, then obviously, if your hunter's marked it, and then you move into a flanking position, you can't attack it anyway because it took you 2 moves to attack. So, so you might as well be in a flanking, and then when I attack, it'll be flanking, and when you attack next time, assuming I'm still upright.
You mean, but we'll see.
Okay, so well, it's gone from 1 attack to 2 attacks, and doing a double attack on it.
Yep.
Okay, so that is Doozer's go, and Quarter, yes, your shield drops as...
Someone taught us how to double strike, and someone decided to power it up with electricity.
As you can see, electricity arcing along blades out of its limbs that look strangely enough like your axes. Well, you're at the edge of your axes.
So,
Yeah.
So Quarter will take a lunge at it. AC 29.
29 will hit.
For a whole 8 points of damage. Second attack. 13, 28.
28, you hit.
Okay. For 16 points of damage. And raise shield and continue tapping the foot, saying, "Yep, come to me, come to me."
Okay.
Ignore the thing behind you.
So Parry, you're up.
Parry's up.
How much will you power this creature up to?
Okay, yeah. What elemental effect will you give it this time?
Yeah.
Let's give it some ice, because why not? Ray of Frost. That's a 30. I think it's 32 upgraded.
32. You got a critical natural 20.
Yes, natural 20, 32 upgraded.
Okay, so you're 32 upgraded. Does
no, it's not a card critical.
Not a card critical. It's just
It's
makes it from a normal hit to a critical hit.
That's right.
Right, too easy. Critical hits. Well, if it's a critical hit, then it gets... If it ever dares move, it gets a -10 to its movement.
Okay. So the damage remains the same?
It will lose all
yeah.
damage.
By 2, I think it is.
Okay, yep. So what's the damage then?
$26.
Okay, you see the ice form over the top of it.
Okay. And immediately start melting?
And seems to almost solidify in parts, like a second skin.
So you've got extra armour.
You believe you're just giving a bit of extra armor with the damage.
Yay! You're welcome, guys.
Hey.
Because it wasn't hard enough to hit. And then its attack, I'm assuming.
Okay, so it has its go. It does the double slice on Quarter again. Because Quarter's been doing all this stamping and stuff.
Yep. Ouch.
So the first one is a 26.
That's a hit.
And the second one is a 40.
That's a crit.
So, doing first one.
I might save the
For the crit?
the shield shield block for the crit.
Okay. So, as the you do notice that the electricity has stopped since the ice has formed.
Okay, but now it's feeling cold.
No, the blades aren't putting cold out.
That's right.
You seem to have gotten an armor coating.
Got armor coating without actually being without doing.
You think it took damage,
Yeah.
but it adapted.
Yeah.
So it is doing 14 points of damage on the first hit.
Yeah. So that's 59, 62 total. Probably won't matter if she'll block on the second one, but.
Well, I got you to 63, 49 plus 14.
Oh, sorry, yep.
I've been keeping track of the damage just so I don't have to worry about it next
Yeah,
session.
that's good, that's right.
Okay, so that makes that 11 plus 5, 16, 32.
32, okay, so block 10 with the shield takes it down to 22, and then we get 11 each, which still takes Cordar down. So if his hit points went down when he got his Elven Heritage back.
So 74 damage in total is now on dying 1.
And what we say, it was 11 damage to the shield. Wasn't it?
Yep, so the shield has taken 20 damage
20
total.
damage, yep.
Okay, so that was its attack. Then we're up to round 9 and Dusa. You've just watched Quarter get stomped in front of you. You no longer have flanking, but hey, it's looking the other way right now.
That's right.
It is looking the other way.
And you do notice a layer of ice armor on it.
I kind of give Parry a meaningful look.
Okay.
Because of course, Cordar wouldn't be down if it hadn't been for that extra electrical damage. So go on, Dusa, take it out. I'll even let you score double for the kill.
31 to hit.
31, you think you just scrape through on a hit.
Well,
You missed part of that ice armor.
damn. And now one's 32. So
Also straight through.
They're all giving Harry needs looks.
Hmm.
Not for that roll though. $35.
So 35 in total.
In total.
Okay, with those 2 strikes, it bursts asunder with pieces of ice flowing everywhere.
You're welcome.
And you get a feeling of heat rushing through you.
Ooh,
Uh,
great.
All your armor is now putting some smoke off.
And Cordar boiling in his face.
Yes, you're now.
Like he's got his dual elements on.
And now you're out of combat.
Oh boy. That hurt. Oh.
So Cordar's not feeling a thing.
And so, Parry, your action as you see Cordar's down.
Stabilize. Cantrip.
Okay. So it just basically puts him to wounded 1, I
0.
believe.
Yeah.
Wounded to what?
No, wounded 1. He does that stabilize, I don't believe, makes you conscious.
No, it does
I
not.
wouldn't think so.
It doesn't make you
It
conscious.
just means I don't have to make a dying check. So
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
it's he's literally perfect as a final thing in combat because it means that not dying. Now we can apply medical first aid and things like
And
that.
it means you're now out of rounds, so you can now do your basic.
We presumably, assuming nothing else is going to come into in next 10 minutes, you can do first aid instead of battle medicine type stuff. So.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so what's the first thing you guys are doing? Yeah. Lose the dying condition, remains unconscious at 0 points.
Yeah. Basically, it's the same of if you were to do, say, like...
Do a stabilise action next time.
Yeah.
But you can
So
do it from
I'm
range.
not sure
And,
what, you're unconscious for 1d4, like, hours or something?
well, I'm expecting you. There might be some healing before then, but at the baseline, it's certainly hours anyway.
And so, at the end of combat, I'll add for Parry's critical roll on his knowledge a little bit more knowledge. The dead bodies of these creatures are like catnip to the rest of their kind. They can sense it over great distances, sort of like sharks in the water.
We better get out of here.
Shouldn't we like gather pieces up and throw it into the ocean?
The ocean's not particularly convenient from where we are right now, or where you are. You have to get to the top of the hill.
If you pick these things up, you're gonna have more of these small little things to initially chasing you down to the ocean.
Just put them in a pile and burn them. That'll work.
Well, has Perry got any fire magic?
I sure do. I've got a fireball, but
And he also knows that they're resistant to fire.
Exactly.
Or you figure out what you're doing with the piles of toxic meat.
And unconscious quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is
So we'll throw the unconscious quarter into the ocean. And
What are you doing?
It'll cool down his armour at least.
well, the thing is, I can't do heal because I do have.
I thought heal was one of the spells you did take, but
Okay, that's alright. Yeah, I do have heal.
So that's why it takes 10 minutes to cast, because it's not a prepared one, right?
No, it is prepared.
no, the 10-minute one is if you're actually just doing like a medicine check with first aid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like bandaging the wounds up and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Because remember, that's the thing with Pathfinder 2 is that, or the fact that everyone in the party could actually be at least part of the healer. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it does take time. So, unless you're doing battle medicine, in which case it's only a couple actions, but the that has more limited capability in a 24-hour period. But
Yeah.
Yep.
so I would be thinking that the best option would be, either heal or battle medicine on Corner to get him upright.
Yeah, I'll probably just.
And then, and as a last tidbit of information for you, those that are bitten act as the same as pieces of them until it runs its course.
So,
They can smell us.
Oh, great.
but remember,
They know that we're on the island.
But remember also that we're not that far from the relative safety of their base camp.
Yeah.
So,
You're about 2 hours away from base camp.
but if we run, certainly could be faster. So, but obviously, you're not going to run very fast if you're carrying Cordar's unconscious body at the present time, although obviously Dukes could probably toss him over the shoulder fairly easily. It's going to be faster to put the heal on or battle medicine.
Yeah.
And then, it's certainly not, like I say, be leaving the other stuff behind to, yes, they might get bigger, but the time it's taken to actually try and get rid of that, maybe. But, but first action is Cordar getting up.
Yeah, or healing. Yes.
Okay, so how much healing do you do?
That's the first level spell if you're doing heal.
Yeah, so it's a first level spell, but it'll be depending on how many actions I sort of choose to.
Well, right, so
It would be the 2 action if you're trying to do the most healing on a single person.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be like 2 actions. So
I mean, you could do it technically a squared because like everyone is a little bit damaged, but
yeah,
the so
Everyone is a little bit damaged, you're a lot damaged.
that's right. That's the real difference. So, but considering the main action is get me up, then there's potentially an argument to get everyone a little bit. But personally, I'd certainly prefer to have more on me. But,
I'll do 3 actions because I suppose everyone can get a bit of healing.
okay. So how much does everyone get there?
It's 1d8.
1d8.
No bonus.
No bonus. Yep.
Because it's a scenario effect.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone gets 7.
7. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that put my damage total.
Your HP is at 7.
That's
It's
right.
up from 0.
But it's more the idea of I like to keep track of damage rather than current hit points. So the which makes me 7 is 64. And
I've marked all the damage off.
yep, everyone else is feeling a little bit healthier.
Did I only take 14 damage?
That is correct. You took 1 bite.
Yeah.
You survived pretty well in all that, though your puppies took the brunt of it.
That's right. Puppies did their job. They took some of the attacks. They shared the damage.
Given I'm a bit healthier than Puppy, I'm gonna give Puppy one of the. How much did I buy? Only 8 or something. Minor potions of healing a while ago.
The minor potions of healing are a d8 healing.
I mean, it's better than nothing. And he was almost taken down. It was on like 42, 46 hit points.
It's currently got 35 damage.
Yes. And he heals another 7.
You guys are rolling pretty well today.
Yeah.
Considering I was expecting, and I rolled 1. Crap.
Yeah. I am surprised I rolled, like, 4 out of 20s?
Yep, the dice were certainly mostly on our side in that combat.
My first like rolls in my D4.
When it started to get the big ones, it was slightly less advantageous for us, but it was still, overall, definitely on our side.
Well, it was like my first rolls in my D4 was 10.
3.
Yeah. So it was 10 out of possible 12, and then 11 out of possible 12, and then 11 out of possible 12.
So, well, yeah, certainly my damages on my D8s were pretty effective the first few attacks. So is the stuff around? So I say, Quarter wakes up. Hopefully Parry fills in the details that he missed while he was unconscious, like the fact that, hey, there's more coming, or if there are any more on the island, they'll be coming quickly.
And you're considered infected for 24 hours until the parasite starts to run its course.
Yep. Until the young bursts from your stomach.
If that's going to happen, Harry says it takes minimum. Normally the minimum is 3 days, but on average it's 6 days. So 3 days on 3 critical failures.
Which means, as far as we're aware, the other humanoids that came, they shouldn't be actually. There shouldn't be any of the bred from the ones that are everything that we've seen so far, or any active ones on the island at the moment, should have come down with the meteorite as opposed to having been born here so far. Yeah. So the stuff that's left around at the moment, is that actually still hot to touch?
You can feel the heat, but you can't So your hands will get like they're blackened around it.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's more the idea of, okay, I'm not going to go and drop it into the pouch to, on the idea we can gather most of it up and toss it in the ocean.
That sounds like a perfect way to hide a crime. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the ocean is the most toxic thing to these creatures.
Ah, okay, so it's not hiding a crime, it's committing a crime.
Well,
If you're throwing sea creatures in the ocean.
but it's not that part that bothers me. It's the
That's the creature there.
it's
So for you
the
guys, I will blow up the picture for you.
yeah, it's the tossing hot things into my magical bag.
Where's
So
the
we
Ooh,
got
yummy.
this page.
Just trying to get
Yeah,
the light
they
for
look
it.
pretty nasty.
Probably better if I actually do it from the dice cam.
That's okay. We got it.
But it has a nice colour to it.
That's right.
But not like showing you
You want to see the full
means
effect.
that it justifies this extensive collection of books.
So yeah, it is a lot nicer when you get to see it in full colour.
Out of curiosity,
Is that the level 1?
that's what I was about to ask, was, did the appearance actually change, or was it only size, or did the appearance change much as it grew bigger?
The appearance would have gotten would have had differences as well.
Yeah, but generally speaking, that particular image could quite happily be the medium, large, or huge versions,
Yeah.
equally so, yep.
So yes, you have managed to fight off a pack of Akata.
They're actually allergic to salt water or seawater.
Sounds like a good question.
Salt water. You can make
Does it need the water?
Yes.
What about if we just pour salt on them?
Nah, that'd be too easy.
Salt doesn't seem to do it in its own.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's more a case of whether or not we've got salt, is a different question. But I was thinking, hang on. If we had the source of salt, then possibly, we've certainly got a source of water anyway. I'm not certain that it's necessarily an automatic thing that we tend to... Does anyone tend to carry around salt for cooking?
Have you ever seen Doomsday cook? I'm pretty sure you don't want Doomsday cooking.
Well, if we do, we might want plenty of salt.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, from what you've probably seen of Doomsday's cooking, is probably not quite for me, but
Okay. Is there any chance that amongst Cordar's stores that he keeps in the portable hold, which includes multiple rations and things like that,
We'll give him a survival roll.
there's salt amongst it? Oh, that's made well. Survival 11. Okay. I'm assuming there's no salt. He doesn't have to have any salt amongst his supplies.
No, he used it up.
Yep.
Sorry.
So yeah, because Corda has the idea of, hey, maybe the stuff becomes poisonous if we were managing to coat it in salt, but I don't think that's going to be the easiest thing to do right now. So I suggest we start moving as quickly as we can, and we might have to deal with large things later on, but in the
None of you
meantime.
have like those jars of everlasting water and you just have salt to that?
Oh no, that's it. We've got the water. It's the salt we haven't got.
Salt.
God.
Luckily, you're on an island in the middle of the sea.
God, if
the
I
only
knew
the
a
only
cook.
problem I have with that is if they travel in such a large group. Like if there was 17 in this group,
20.
20 in that group. There could be larger groups, there could be smaller, but who knows?
Yeah, that's right. We don't know how many are on the island, but what we do know is that none have been born on the island from the ones that the humanoids that presumably this group or another group caught up with last time. Hopefully it was this group, because otherwise it means there's another group of around potentially 20 of them.
And for Harry's last bit of free information from his one critical success on these creatures.
Yeah.
On the final stage of the disease that spawns the new creature, the body turns into a zombie under the creature's control.
Oh, goody. So not only do we get a creature out of it, but it becomes two enemies.
So how do we
version
stop
of
being
shotgun
infected?
and double tap.
We're going to let the parasite run its course for 24 hours.
You'd probably call it a holy tap.
A holy tap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll stop interfering.
So unless someone's got a way of actually getting salt water onto these things immediately, let's move.
Yeah, we'll get rid of it.
Oh,
I mean, because the only thing is literally going to the
I wouldn't
closest
be able to leave.
shore and fucking in water.
This is what.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, but it's too far away.
Because, yeah, remember,
Oh,
we're on an island, but there's no access to the ocean close by.
Man, we're in the middle, pretty much.
Oh, we're in the middle, are we? Where's the Can I see the big map? Please.
So we're about,
Roughly where that box is, and that's got a large cliff that drops down to the water.
that's right. Okay. There's no access to the water from where we are.
Right.
As I say, I guess,
But if
and
we're
no
near
one's
the
got
cliff,
one of those,
can't we throw them off the cliff?
sorry, Em?
If we're near a cliff, can't we throw bits off the cliff?
You can.
But it will take time, because we're not actually up at the cliff, we're down the hill.
And they went about half an hour's walk down the hill.
So,
So it's about a half-hour run back up the hill.
now we could take some of the bits with us and toss them, like if we want to take some bits that won't slow us down too much, to then get to the top and throw them off, great. It'll reduce the amount of meat here, but realistically, we can't actually get rid of all of it easily.
And Parry's also told you that the three of you are also magnets to the creatures.
That's right.
But the puppies are not because they're not humanoids.
Right, okay.
Only humanoids that Parry knows of are susceptible to the disease.
But that doesn't mean I won't go for the puppies. It's not like you can leave the puppies here and say, hey, fetch, drop, fetch, drop, while we run.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
So yeah, I would suggest we grab up some of the stuff that won't slow us down too much, reduce the quantity of bits pieces.
So carrying pieces will probably take persistent damage on you while you're carrying it.
Okay, so they're that hot or that effective. Okay. So I would not recommend even that one then. Corda certainly not looking to take persistent damage on his whole 70 points.
That just reminds you what the dwarf said about the meteorites being toxic to be near.
Yep.
These guys are setting off the same sort of radiation.
Yep. So yep, I'm suggesting we want to move and getting as much distance as possible as we can to get back to the site and then warn them. Because say nothing else, it's a case of trying to get us to more safety, but also it puts them. It allows us to set up a defence as well.
Yep, that's fine.
Because hey, with any luck, there might only have been 20 actually on the island, or 20 that came down with the meteorite. We might be lucky. In which case we've only got to worry about the ones who get born in a couple of days' time. Plus their zombie friends.
You and your zombie friends. How do you? Oh, damn it. What this is
So we're moving rapidly.
Yeah, we'll move rapidly.
Do we get back to thing, or do we get quarter.
Just sort of count up how many you're actually taking out each.
Oh, right. find out who won the competition. That was not happening.
Is it a big thing? Taking out one?
The competition non.
That's right. The competition that never happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so far I think I may have missed some people on my count. So parry is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to parry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to do so.
Is
Is that counting double for the last one?
Nope. Still counts as 1.
Right. Harry also gets a -1 for helping the last one.
And that makes 7 for quarter and 1 by giant.
Yeah, it's a tie between you two.
It's not a competition, so it's okay.
It is absolutely a competition.
It always works to say that still counts as 1.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yes,
But yeah,
so instead of taking what you expected the 2 hours back, it ends up taking 2.5 hours because it was an hour up the slope.
Okay. Yep.
Difficult terrain,
Yep.
making it twice as
Absolutely.
long.
Yep. So, I don't really care if it takes 10 hours to get back. If they haven't caught up to us in that, if we haven't been over one in that time, I don't care.
But it only takes you, instead of taking the hour along the road, it only takes you, roughly an hour and a half along the road, it only takes you half an hour to get back.
Yep.
Because you're pushing it a little
That's
bit.
right. We've got some impetus to move. So, so that means we get back
Midday.
around midday-ish, and we don't see any evidence or hear any evidence of anyone chasing us.
You don't see any evidence of anyone chasing you at this stage.
Okay. The Core are certainly not ready to go out again for this afternoon, but he does suggest that, hey,
You've scouted.
we don't know whether there's any more on the island, but it may well be worth trying to get seawater onto the remains of the other stuff. If there's any way of getting it there, because obviously no one attacked us within 2 hours. Maybe there's nothing left on the island except these things, except the ones we killed and the ones that might still grow. So if we kill the meat of the ones that we killed, then we're less likely to come across big ones of the ones that grow. So, but as I say, Cordar is not planning on going anywhere for the afternoon.
We'll give Perry another check for his secret knowledge.
So was this of the creatures?
Yep.
And then it'll be another occultism, so plus 16.
Okay, so you guess that the pieces of meat will shrink over the hour as it slowly burns itself up.
Yeah.
So within the time it took you to reach the tower, you expect the remaining pieces to have consumed themselves with their own heat.
Yeah, and disintegrate themselves.
Nice to know.
Hmm.
Okay. So as it is midday, I might say, and 10:30, we will finish it up there for the night and
Confused for a few seconds.
see what happens next session, as you now have some idea of the threat you're facing on the island.
It's not just, well, there's probably only one bad group, one other expedition now. So we don't know exactly how many got taken back to, but so you mentioned the fact that the host body will rise as a zombie under control of the organism that came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So on the plus side, that implies that only one creature grows inside each body. It's not like they're maggots that come swarming out.
Well, it's the surviving one.
Yeah, okay. So they'll basically eat each other and that sort of thing. So yeah.
And generally, once it's grown to the size you thought, then they start to control the bodies they grew from.
Oh, okay, so they've got to get big before they start controlling zombies. Okay, well. Possibly not quite so bad. So. But I guess the other question is, so, when it comes time for the preparations in the afternoon for, hey, there's possibly something coming, if anyone's got a decanter of endless water that they've got sitting in their back pocket, that'd be handy, because that does salt water as well.
That'll be the time you go, I got the decanter, I can save the world.
I was thinking, I know I've got one of my characters has a decanter of endless water, but I'm pretty certain that might be Dimitri. He's the other one.
I know I've got it. But all my characters have a decanter.
I know my
That's useless.
D&D character has one.
Yes, your D&D one does have as well. Many of them have it.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying for how good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emmy and Josh's D&D ones.
That will be now added to the list of stuff that we should get for this game too.
Well, for 5th level characters, to have a 7th level item,
Very hard.
not likely we're all getting one.
Okay, so I'll put it on the end credits and we can chat after that.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.